Like,
Yeah,
A screenshot.
Austin.
What? Don't say yeah, me. What's happening? Why is it there? Is that a
We'll
story?
explain later. We'll explain
yeah,
everything in
If you
due
ask for
time.
criticism,
yeah.
Is that a comic book?
No, it's a show, a
So,
Netflix show.
Y'all got some nerve. This is
You
comic
know,
night.
this
Austin.
is
Just
comic and
imagine,
media night. We're talking about Pokemon as well.
Why are you
Austin.
talking
Imagine,
about Pokemon?
because a new anime
Austin.
never came out.
Austin. Imagine having the
So
worst. Imagine having the worst day of your life, losing everybody you love, and also having your leg cut off.
Sounds
Oh
like
yeah,
This
a
is
you
the
have
that's
to
a
face.
get
good
there.
thing.
sounds like
This
a
is the
normal,
face you make
sounds like a
afterwards.
normal day in anime.
Yeah, that's a normal shonen anime. Berserk go gut from Berserk go through worse than that every day.
We'll explain everything in just
Yeah, yeah,
in a little
definitely.
bit.
Do we have a
Does
topic
somebody?
for this?
Yeah, it's in the
Yes.
thing.
Does somebody want to copy it and put it on the private chat?
Yeah, which
Not
Austin
it.
encrypted? Thank
Not
you.
it.
No, it has to be
Okay.
you.
Hmm.
I'm fixing the
I
My
video.
didn't
voice
see
is
that.
finally working. I'm not about to do it. My voice is finally working. I'm not doing anything else that can fucking up.
That's true. You know what has to be which encrypted?
Not it.
Hey, I'm the
Also, I
one who
just
did the
updated the
thumbnail.
So
socials.
which? There you go.
Not it. I already claimed not it.
I
Jake?
literally am fixing the video right now. I can't not do that.
Okay.
Well, fix the video first, and then go get the topic. There you go.
We'll
Hmm.
start in a couple minutes.
This is
Minion.
what it's
Should I
like
go
when
get
we
more
do
food
technical
before we
issues, our
officially?
audience.
Now wait.
Robert, no, if you want to go ahead now.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll be back in like 3 minutes.
Sure thing.
At most. 3 minutes at most. Be right
3 minutes at most.
Oh my god. I don't know. There. Oh, I don't know.
Do-do-do-do.
Don't do us. Yeah. So where were you? Well, no, you watched Beast Wars, wasn't it? That's what it was. You watched Beast Wars.
I did watch Beast Wars Transformers.
Not
I
you. I'm
did.
talking the cryptid.
Oh,
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh my god, bro.
life
I want to know
has
none of that's gonna come up in the comic book I'm talking about. I just remember that somebody here only saw Beast Wars. So I'm like, it has to be cryptid.
There's beauty up above and things you never take notice of. You wake up and suddenly
Okay,
you're in love.
I was at least able to do half the topics on the private chat. All right, so
Yeah, you did.
Do you know what the rest of them were? Chucky, it's not a game teaser. He's already in the game.
hey, it's our first glimpse of it. Yay, you're back. Feel better?
I got more food.
Nice.
Okay, we can start.
Okay, all right. Let's get this going. Welcome to Comic Fanatic Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Secret 415. I ain't doing 2 openings in a week.
You know me, Jake Talonol, the one with glorious purpose, possibly sick, but sick with gloriousness in his
Yeah.
nostrils. There you go.
Anyway, let Witch introduce themselves.
What? No. Austin, you go. We're sticking with this.
I'm a brick wall. Let Witch donate.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, and wait till I talk about a demon with a bunch of eyeballs and a priest.
And also mention the socials, which.
Oh, we're doing that again? Okay. So, follow the Instagram at Comic Fanatic 2.0, the Twitter at Comic Fanatic 669, because I do post most of the updates on there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, or else I'm sending Jake after you this time. Not Austin, Jake. You don't want to. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at Witch of Jotun with an E on Twitter. You know why? I'm changing it. If you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, it's witch_of_Jotunheim with a U, not an E. Wink wonk. And also, I got a shit ton of food to eat. So let's get this ball rolling while I start to eat.
Good. For
Together,
you.
together we make up the Fanatics, and we
The
talk
Phanatic.
about
Mhm.
comic news of the week. We review movies, games, or something. We do
Something.
stuff.
We do
Yeah.
things.
If you
We talk about
ever
things.
meet two of them and you call up the Phanatic, you're unsubscribed.
Yay. Ah.
Not when we
Yeah.
have 29 whole subscribers.
Yay.
Yeah, you're gonna need them, man.
Our year
You can only
one
do so
days.
much.
There you
We'll
go.
look back on these days, guys. Just
We
wait.
haven't hit 60 yet. We haven't got past 6
Wait.
months, okay?
We
Kristen,
almost
we
have
can't even monetize on the channel yet, okay?
we have more subscribers. We almost have more subscribers than me.
I think you guys have more subscribers than me.
Yes.
Gotcha. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the topics. Who wants to start us off?
I'm starting first because I have
Okay,
a
look,
lot
the
of
Marvels
fucking-
is gonna bomb at the box office. That's what it seems like it's gonna be. There you go. That's how it started.
Yeah.
Well,
There we
fuck all of you guys, because I know the people. I already know the type of people who actually care about the box office numbers for movies like this that have the slightest bit of representation.
Let's
You
be
mean the
clear.
company that made the
Yeah,
movie?
let's be clear.
No, can I fucking finish my fucking point? Please. Besides
Go.
the companies, because that's different, the people, when I say the people, I'm meaning the general public. The only people that care are the freaking misogynistic men who want to put down anything so that they can get everything and everyone else gets fucking nothing. And don't try to tell me I'm wrong, because I'm fucking right. Okay, most people don't even actually fucking care about the box office numbers. Most people just want to have a fucking good time and go see a movie. Okay? I don't care what anyone says. This movie was pretty good and it was fun. So I will actually fight people on Twitter about this if I need to. Just today is not that day because I have food and I have work tomorrow. So fuck all of y'all.
I mean,
if people going and want to have a fun time, it would make more money. That's the point of the box office.
yeah.
And plus,
They're not
I'm
paying
just
to go
assuming
see
you're
this
talking
film.
about domestic, not even international.
I think
Yeah,
this is
We're talking
international.
about in general right now. It's not doing that well.
Yeah. But listen,
Over
at
here,
the end of
it's
the day-
only 22 million, which is the lowest, and altogether it's 41 something, which is the lowest.
at the end of the day, on an individual level, watching the movie, box office doesn't matter. This is just raising the conversation. Does Marvel need to change things in the future so movies like this doesn't movies like this can keep happening, essentially? Because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I want to see a Secret Wars movie, but if they ain't making money, then we ain't gonna make it there. So like, you know what I mean? So these type of things do matter.
DC don't make that much money, but look at them, they're still doing shit.
Because they're hoping that,
and that's why they're restarting.
Yeah.
They're literally restarting, but they're not making money.
Yes.
They're still making that Aquaman movie. I'm just saying. And if it's anything like the
they're
first
just
one,
releasing it. It's already made.
Can I just say, like, you guys know how much of a Black Adam fan I was, right? That was a box office bomb, despite how much I liked it and how much I saw audience like it. But I can understand they're never going to continue with that movie or rock again, you know? Just is what it is. It's a failure. Call a spade, you know?
So, but yeah, like I said, I think this movie, like Wish said, the movie's fun and it's fun, but like these type of movies, at least for now, can just not be MCU standards anymore. We can't have movies like these for now. They have to be better, basically.
Yeah.
So that's what we learned.
And when we do get really good MCU movies, y'all people fucking complain. Like Eternals, that movie was really good, but people still fucking shut the fuck up, Cryptid. I don't care.
No.
Just because we like it doesn't mean it's a good movie. That also didn't make money and people didn't want to go see it.
No.
That's in the same boat as this.
Yeah. I mean,
if people want to go see, I don't know. Well, I can't accurately tell you what would make an MCU movie because all of them are. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say all of them are contingent. The most successful ones are contingent on things that like the MCU doesn't have anymore. So Spider-Man, for instance, those movies are just making money because Spider-Man's there, and they could be, and they're great movies, mostly. Uh, Black Panther, Black Panther has a built-in audience that will always show up. Hi Comic Con, we're talking about right now. We're talking about the Marvels potentially bombing, even though most of us here seem to like or tolerate the movie.
Mhm.
Basically, the MCU needs to find ways to make their new IPs stand out at least as much as I would say Spider-Man, but maybe Black Panther. Maybe stand out as
Mhm.
much as Black Panther did. It's
They
a better.
need a Guardian of the Galaxy type sleeper hit.
Right.
That's what he
Yeah.
needs.
And Young Avengers is not that fucking movie.
It
No,
might
it is
be. I
not.
mean, it.
It's not, Cryptid. Don't try
No,
to
no.
put in any
Like that.
false
That
hopes.
movie. It does. Even that movie is amazing because just like with this movie, there are going to be people already against it and not willing to go see it. That probably won't make as much as shit. If that
And
movie's
how much you want to
amazing,
bet
a lot,
people
yeah,
review
people
bomb
hear
this
word of
movie?
mouth and go see it.
Mhm.
People will hear about it and want to go see it, but it's not going to have. A lot of people still aren't going to go see it compared to the next Black Panther or if Guardians of the Galaxy randomly came back,
But
even if it was by a different direction, like all this
I
other
think
stuff.
that's fine.
That's all.
I think an amazing movie that doesn't make as much money is fine because that has a good rapport for the next time you do it, essentially. But a movie
Mhm.
like this, where it's just okay, people I think are the mindset of I can live without seeing it, basically. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I think that's okay. Even if like
What do
the
you?
next the Young Avengers comes out and it's an amazing movie, that's still a win for it. If like critically, it's like
I don't know.
90. If it's
No,
critically
What do
audience
you guys?
score 90, because that's what the people care
no,
about. Critically.
this is
What do you
my
guys?
next
What do you
like
guys?
the next movie MCU movie that I need to be fucking amazing. It needs to be Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. That's gonna be the next movie that needs to be
All of
amazing.
them need to do it. All of them need to be
Also,
amazing.
Yeah,
Deadpool 3,
every
but we'll get to that later.
What do you
that's
guys?
what that's right
What?
before 2004. Like all of them need to be good in a row. All they need to be good.
What do you guys think was the main reason why the numbers were what they were for the Marvels?
People don't like Carol. Even you want to get by,
Yes.
but even you want to go by the sexist stuff and all the other stuff. There's also the fact that just most people don't like Brie Larson or Carol.
Hmm.
So as long as
That was
she's
like
the main draw of the film, even though you had the other two there, people like Kamala, people are iffy on Monica, people
Yeah,
hate
because we
Carol.
haven't gotten enough on Monica.
And
that
because
was
of the
that was
and because
that
of
was a
that,
real if that was a real iffy predicament they were in, like specifically with Captain Marvel, since like the fan base are have a bad taste with both the character and the actors at the same time. You know.
because of that, the Marvels needed a lot more like push in terms of marketing, but because of the actor strike, they couldn't. Like, I think it would have done them really
Mhm.
well to have like little snippets of Miss Marvel's actress whose name I'm never gonna remember. I'm sorry.
Iman.
Iman Vellani.
Yeah, having her go out and help promote the movie. She's very charming. She can come off as like very
But
appealing.
keep in mind, that's not their fault. It's the freaking company's fault that doesn't want to
No,
fucking pay them.
that's fine. But we're talking about things that
He
are
already
like,
he said that.
yeah.
No.
No, I agree. It's fine. But yeah, having people, having the other actors promote the movie. So it's like, hey, I don't really like Brie Larson, but I like this new Miss Marvel girl. Let me go see what she's about. I think that, or
Also,
like,
there's probably another reason, and I'm not gonna get too much into it, so I'm gonna quickly say, and we're gonna move on back to what we were just saying. But people are boycotting Disney right now.
maybe that too.
Wow.
And then there's also or Monica. Like I said, basically just have the actors come out and to have that ability would have been nice for this movie, I think as well. But they didn't.
Because
Obviously,
Monica's actor is actually really good. Like you see her on social media now, and like she's very charming. She's fun.
Yeah, she literally
Like,
posted a video of her putting on the suit for the first time.
Yeah. And I was like, you see people reacting to that, even though they didn't like the movie and stuff. Like, marketing goes a long way too. But there was just a lot going against this movie. I'm sure
Yeah.
if the strike wasn't going on, the movie would have made probably more. I think it would have did better than Ant-Man, potentially. Ant-Man only made what, 400 million?
500. It just barely broke above even.
So that's the standard I'm giving it. I believe it can still beat Ant-Man, but I don't know because of the Brie Larson stuff.
Keep in mind, this is just opening weekend.
Yeah, but
That
there's always
is
going
what hitting the highest though. Well, they don't
Yes,
usually like
after
do that
opening
well toward
weekend,
the end of their thing.
after opening weekend, it's a real deep plunge, box office wise, for these movies, for the MCU
No,
movies.
I'm just saying.
Especially
I'm
as
just
better
saying.
films
That's all
comes
I'm
out.
saying.
Mhm.
And I find it weird, Cryptid, that you put this as number one.
Yeah, I mean, let's get it out of the way, you
Well, that's
know?
media news.
Get it out of the
Yeah.
way. We spent like at least 10 minutes on this topic alone.
hmm Yeah, because it was a juicy one. I wanted to bring this up when we did our Captain Marvel discussion, or Marvels 2 discussion yesterday, but I had a feeling that was going to be a real lengthy topic, you know? So, figured might as
Which
well
one
save
was
it for
it?
today.
That one seems
Well,
more.
10 to 15 minutes ain't that bad.
Gotcha. But anyway, is what it is, guys. Hopefully, we get to see Kamala Khan proceed.
Maybe
Let's all at
Monica
least agree that.
too, since we got that post-credit scene.
Eh, I
All I'm
prefer
saying, I'll
Kamala
agree
more.
with Jake because I said it yesterday. Do what you can to put Spider-Man in this new team. Probably don't call it the Young Avengers,
Don't call
but
it the
put Spider-Man here. Sell this movie. It was
call it. If you
Peter and
call it
Kamala
something
together
else,
would do great.
if
They
you
do
call it something
champions.
else other than Young Avengers or Champions, I feel like I'll be okay. I won't be
What do
happy,
you want
but
to
I'll be
call it
okay.
then?
Well, yeah.
What other young team can they call it? Because they're going to use a name. What other team
I
can they call
know.
it?
Not those two. I don't know. They can figure
What
something else.
are you going to call it? The
You know what,
next
Marvel?
Avengers?
Look, I don't
Come
care.
on.
I never wanted a Young Avengers
Give,
movie because I know they're gonna fuck it
give.
up. And look, they're already fucking it up.
That's how
Austin?
people feel about
Let's
most
move
of these
on.
films. Give Wish the middle finger, call it Alpha Flight. Okay, moving on.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, fuck you, man.
All right,
Fuck you,
and I'm
I'll call it
taking up.
Alpha Flight.
Okay, we're moving on for the next topic, guys, and I'm taking this one.
Thank God.
Dogpool teased for Deadpool 3. Oh, wow. You know
Wait.
what?
Do you think it's going to be a dog variant of Deadpool or just literally a dog in a suit?
No, I think this is going to be the variance, as it seems like Deadpool is going to be tackling the multiverse. Dogpool is an actual character in Deadpool
Could be a
comics.
panda pool or a zombie
Yeah,
pool.
Panda Pool.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
know
mean,
it was. I'm just asking, do you think is this going to be his pet dog in the suit, or you think they're going to do a variant that just goes home throughout the films?
I would like to if they do a variant. To be honest, that would be more funny. Especially, hey, it'll raise the price of my Dogpool first appearance issue, so go for it. And I just like the fact that
That's
okay, I like the fact that okay, they might be playing on the trope of okay, is he Deadpool gonna have an animal sidekick, a cute animal sidekick? No, this dog looks like he's gonna be the reverse. He's gonna be like ugly, but ugly in a cute way. You know?
to be
Okay.
fair. It's going
Which
to be
breed?
dog
Which
Deadpool if
breed?
he's a dog. So you're going to be
You know
animal
what would be
to a
hilarious?
Deadpool thing. I think that'll be fun.
It should be one of those crusty white dogs.
It could. Oh,
Well,
no,
we
we
got a
already
picture
got a
of it.
picture of it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got a picture of it already.
Yep.
Never mind. That would have been funny if
Uh,
it was a crusty white dog or like a hairless
What
dog. Send a pic or
if,
the what?
if you haven't
The,
seen it, go into Hot Topics. It's in there.
gotcha. The one thing I want to say is if they do bring in Dogpool, I want them to be annoying. Because that was the thing about Dogpool's origins is the fact that he was such an annoyingly bad dog that even PETA didn't want to save him.
Well,
That
keep in mind,
dog.
To be fair to Peter, though, you
PETA
want to
still
take the
kills
regular dog.
animals.
Yeah.
I guess. And like, okay, for the audience, Dogpool's origins was that like, okay, nobody wanted this dog, so you had this one crazy scientist who was experimenting with new makeup products, right? And he created this substance called Mascara X. And he
Oh my
tested it.
god.
Yep, he tested it on Dogpool, and he went a little too crazy with that, and it actually gave him a healing factor instead. But it made him hideously deformed. So, yeah, just make him annoying. I don't want him to. I don't want him to be like cute and everybody loves him. I want everybody to want to like old Yeller this dog. That's what he should. That's what a variant of Deadpool should be. So I'm happy about this news. Surprisingly, Deadpool might be the one who actually saves the multiversal trope for me. Who would have figured?
If we get Alpha Flight, that'll be cool.
Deadpool kills the a universe with Alpha Flight on it. There you go.
As long as you keep everyone besides
I just
Mac Hudson alive,
yeah,
I'll be okay.
just
You
have
can kill Mac,
Deadpool.
just Mac.
Yeah, just have I. Deadpool better kill a universe in this movie. I mean,
Just one.
if there's like an infinite amount of universes, who here is going to care if universe 5389.6 gets
To
destroyed?
be fair, it seems like he's gonna kill his own, and then he's gonna end up in ours.
There
Yeah,
you
that seems
go.
because this movie takes place in the MCU.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe Wade will get Monica out of the universe that she's in.
Does it? Yeah. Wait. Well, I mean,
No, this whole point of this movie, Jake, is to get Deadpool from there to here. So
Yeah, if you've been paying attention.
it seems like he's gonna be doing his time.
are we
It seems
getting?
like he's gonna be doing his time travel shenanigans we saw at the end of the last movie. The TVA gonna be like, "Hey, yo, you gotta cut that shit out. That's crazy." He gets arrested and he escapes and he does whatever he wants to do. And no one's worse. So he's most likely gonna steal a time
Yeah,
pad.
honestly,
He's going
killing
anywhere.
another universe where we kill fucking Monica's mom again. It's not what this is the same timeline as over and over. I mean, that could be
Hey,
funny. That could be
yeah, I mean,
funny.
hey, or hey, some jokes
I don't think that
stab deeper than others.
Monica
Wait.
goes through enough. I don't think you need to kill her mom again.
Well, we
For
did
a
hear
plot
some
Right.
more,
news
but
that
he
they
did.
were going to be bringing back a lot
Right.
of the older X-Men cast.
Gotcha.
So
Oh, I mean, going back to Maria Rambeau. I mean, we've already seen her die like two times already. Come on, like
Times? What was the second? Oh,
in Multiverse of Madness.
He died of
Yeah.
cancer
yeah,
or
she
something.
died of
He died
cancer,
in the
and
lab.
Monica wasn't there
And then she gets killed by Scarlet Witch.
when she's Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
They really
yeah.
don't want Monica being Captain Marvel for some
She
reason.
literally. She
Wait,
said,
you mean Maria?
That's why I was bringing
No,
up
I'm talking
yesterday in
about
the
Monica
chat. I was
because
like,
we've
it's
always
funny.
seen Maria in the MCU, but we haven't seen
you're right.
Monica in forever.
Yeah, you're right.
Gotcha.
But
Second.
yeah, so I'm assuming he's gonna leave his time. They're gonna take him from his timeline. He's gonna escape to the X-Men timeline. He might meet Monica. I don't know if it's gonna be the same one, but it seems like Monica's in the old X-Men timeline after X3. So maybe at some point Wolverine puts on a costume of that timeline.
I mean, we got the original actor,
But
for
I guess
Beast,
we'll find
so
out.
anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, so Deadpool's gonna have his own time travel adventure. I guess it'll be fun.
You know, it'll be
At the very least. I really did wish though that they kept because right now we don't know if Domino and them come back. I would have liked for Domino and them still be in the film.
please bring back Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead too, please.
Marvel needs to bring that actress for Domino back because dang it, she is a good luck charm for rated R films.
She's great.
No, seriously, like she was in the two highest grossing rated R films of all time, Deadpool and Joker. Like,
Also, she was in Bullet Train.
okay, there's that too. So hey, keep the momentum up, Marvel. Put her in a rated R film. Show us them hairy armpits. All right. Any final thoughts, guys?
Give me Colossus or give me Death.
Hmm. All right. Let's move on.
Are you saying that just because you a boyfriend and
No.
Mhm.
That's for Ultimate. That's for the Ultimate Universe. We're not in 1610. 1610 got destroyed. Learn your facts.
I was just wondering.
Okay.
I was just
We'll
wondering.
circle back around to that another day.
Gotcha. But all right, then let's move on to the next topic. Which, go ahead, man.
Hey. So, I'm going to give you guys some background. I saw the poster for this not too long ago, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta send this to Cryptid. So I sent it to Cryptid because it looked really cool. And then I saw the trailer for Dragon Prince season 6. Yeah, I saw the at least it's like the teaser trailer at least. And I'm excited, but I'm also terrified of Claudia now.
Oh,
She's
God.
lost her fucking mind. But at least Lord Viren, I think his name is, at least he's like content. He's like, I wanted to fucking die, man.
Yeah, man, that was just sad. But it brought his character to to a route that none of us were expecting him to go to. You know, he
Also,
started
I'm
off.
scared for Terry.
Yep, he started off wanting to become the king, but then realized that the corruption of dark magic and Arrowverse was just too much to bear, and he didn't
I
want
feel
to
like
see
we
his
should
father
actually talk
go.
about the trailer first.
Oh, yeah, yeah, go ahead.
So we hear a disembodied voice talk about how everyone is made of like of starlight or something like that, like stardust. And we see
Yeah.
clips of some of the characters who have been in relationships and all that other stuff. And then then we get to Viren, I think. If I can remember off the top of my head. It's been a hot minute. I don't know why I can't remember it. He's just like laying on the ground. He's probably dying. It's fine. And then we see Terry wake up and he sees Claudia looking like that, like in this lovely picture that we have right here in front of us. And
Yep.
she's like, my mother left me, my brother left me, my dad is gone. And then Terry, being an amazing boyfriend that he is, tries to help her out, being like, I'll stay with you, don't worry. And she's like, I'm gonna make sure you never leave or something like that. And then
Oh,
we
dude.
see her I guess put a pole or something next to him or to him. We're not 100% sure because it does get cut off. We don't
Yeah.
see too much after that, but
I'm
we
like,
know that this book is called Stars.
I mean, going back to that Claudia
It was,
scene, going back to that Claudia scene, keep in mind, a sign of a dark mage is when the darker the spells you cast, the whiter your hair starts to be. Right. Right now, her hair is almost going full white. But
With
if you
red
know,
streaks.
oh no, that was blood.
Blood and red streaks.
Yeah, like what the hell did she do? Because the last time we saw Claudia at the end of the last season, she got her leg chopped off.
Yeah, by
It's
Rayla.
like
When she was
Ray,
in
like,
her octo form.
yep.
It was nuts,
Mhm.
guys. You have to be there to see it.
I know, right?
Because
That
keep in
was
mind,
pretty.
the reason why Claudia got her leg chopped off was because her, Terry, and her father, plus the creature, I forgot their name, that is Erebos's and Viren's child. That's a real thing. It's
Yeah,
their
yeah,
child. And then we had Callum's crew. They're all trying to find Erebos so that they can. So Claudia wants to save her dad and keep him alive. With Erebos's help, while Callum and co wants to get rid of Erebos to save the world.
yep.
So that's and so they get into I wouldn't say disagreement, but it's basically what it was.
The Dragon Prince started out like real hopeful and fantastical and that stuff, but now in these last few seasons, it's gotten real dark. Like,
Yup, it really has, and
um,
we might see more of what keep in
so
mind last season Callum used a little bit of dark magic to get him out of the entrapments that he was in.
yeah,
So
I'm just really sad to see if he does end up getting a white couple of white streaks.
we don't know
Uh,
because he is learning his arcane magic and he's getting pretty
gotcha.
decent at that.
But man, I just want to go back to Claudia for a sec because when I first saw the poster, right, you see
That
like
poster looks
Claudia.
great.
Yeah, you see Claudia coming out of like water, and her hair is almost like ink splats on that water.
With the
To
white
me,
and the black, it's all flowy and shit. And then you see her in the trailer,
yep.
and you're like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah, to me, like I took that as a sign of, Terry is the last person she loves that's still sticking with her, right? And I mentioned this in our discussion of last season, right? Do we think that Terry is going to get refrigerated?
There is a
Because
chance. There is a
yeah, I mean,
chance, but we don't
I,
know.
I mean, yeah, with that poster, like seeing the fact that she's going to go in the even darker route, I would think the last straw to break the camel's back would be Terry,
Either
being
he
gone.
dies or he goes to the
But
hero's side. There's
yeah,
either those chances.
yeah, but like seeing this opening scene where she's like saying, "You're never going to leave me, Terry." I'm like,
Well,
oh Jesus,
and
oh
then
Jesus
like we
Christ!
don't know what actually happens, so
Like, are you going to use his body to resurrect your foot or something like that? Yes, you'll always be with part of me, Terry. Like, oh God, woman, like,
I would recommend everyone watching this trailer. I was trying to see if any of my friends watched Dragon Prince, and a lot of them were like, "Oh yeah, I dropped it after like season 2," and I'm like, "Watch it."
no, it gets better. I mean, it is. I would say it's a better binge watch, if anything. I know a lot of people were disappointed when Dragon Prince came back, and they thought like, hey, this was going. They were going to go all hands on decks, big explosion, this and that. No, these have just been steps. These have been stepping stones for a
This
much
is
larger
called The
story.
Mystery of Erebos, so I would expect it to be.
Yep. The last two seasons, I was more lenient on for that, but this season, oh, it better
Because we
deliver.
need to find out if the Dragon Queen will be okay. Because
Oh,
in the
hopefully
last
she will.
season, we
I
don't
thought
know
she
what's going to be
was.
happening with the Sun Elves,
Hmm.
and like with the human crowd as well, and all that other stuff. It's going to be a stressful time. I need to see
Oh, yeah.
another scene with Soren and Claudia as soon as humanly possible because,
Mm.
yeah, I need to see it.
Yeah, that is true. That's why I'm saying like this season needs to deliver. Everybody needs to be coming in here and saying, "Wow, this season was explosive." You
Because it needs to
know?
be more than the last 2 seasons. Because I'm assuming this is either going to be the last season or one of the
Oh,
last seasons.
no, this is the second to last
Second
season.
to last? Okay.
Yep. So I would imagine this is a season where Erebos he's going to win, and then the next season
Maybe.
will be the next season will be the heroes, trying to rise up against him. So
Honestly, we don't know. Maybe you
yep.
can flip it on its head and we can be like, what the fuck?
Okay. Everybody, you've heard the saying, "Pray for Mojo." Let's all pray for Terry. He's going to
Pray for
need it.
Terry.
Like
Terry, we
I
love you.
like even if
Don't kill our trans character, please.
Yeah, like even if Claudia goes back to normal, right? You do realize Terry is never going to have to leave her side at all after this, right?
She's probably going to be put in a prison, so if she
Oh
does
yeah,
this.
and Terry's going to have to visit her like 3 times a day, and then like if he doesn't visit that one day, she's going to be like, "Where were you, Terry? Why didn't you come visit me, Terry?"
She's entering her yandere era.
Yes, like she goes all Hannibal Lecter, saying, "You went with another woman, were you, Terry? Why were you
Unless
here?"
unless they put her in a coin like Viren did to all of fucking Rayla's parental units.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But hey,
That would be
maybe we'll
cool.
finally get them out of the coins.
I just feel so sorry for Terry to be put in this predicament. He's such a nice, round guy, and he's just thrown into all this chaos. Like.
He's like, dang, I don't know if I signed up for this or not.
Right. Yeah, Claudia, I love you, but like this is too much of a commitment so fast, all right? Like, you know?
Well, who knows? Who knows what's
Yep.
gonna happen? That's the
But
fun part.
anyway, yep. But anyway, me and Witch are definitely excited for this season.
We will
Hopefully the
definitely
audience
be
is
talking
too.
about it soon.
Yep. But anyway, that's it for this topic. Now let's move on to the next. Austin, you want to take this one?
I guess. Let me switch over to the thing. Captain America: Brave New World undergoing extensive reshoots, which I think me and Cryptid talked about beforehand a little bit. Where it's like this movie has to follow up on so much stuff apparently
I
that being good is probably going to be a challenge.
Honestly, I can understand these reshoots because the biggest thing that was going to influence this was Secret Invasion, and Secret Invasion was an epic
Yep.
failure on all ends. So I can imagine Marvel wants to pretend like Secret Invasion didn't happen, which is why they're going to do some reshoots on this.
No, that's not what they're doing. They're not doing that. They literally can't do that
Okay, reason?
because it affects the whole planet. Like you can't just act like something that because this is also follow up on the Eternal thing too. Because
Oh,
apparently that remember
uh,
that thing is no calm
yeah.
down.
Mhm.
Okay, damn. The giant thing sticking out the planet is apparently going to turn to Ant-Man. That was the whole thing that apparently started this plot. The Brave New World, the whole point of the title is Captain America somehow fixing this situation with Skrulls on the planet and humans and Skrulls going to war on the planet.
Maybe. We don't know yet.
They literally can't act like it don't exist
They need to.
when that's the whole point
They
of the
need
title.
to add. They need to cut off one of those ends. Because
I have the perfect way of cutting it off, right? You make
what?
a Punisher show, he kills the Skrulls because they kill his family. Okay, that's
Don't be doing that because that's not going to happen. Let's not act like it's
I'm
real.
sorry.
We're trying to do real solutions here.
I'm sorry. Like every other MCU property has forgotten Eternals, so I don't know why Captain America needs to acknowledge them. You know?
Because it still has to be addressed, even if you don't want it to be addressed.
Yep.
Everything else can happen before that happens and be fine, but something has to happen afterwards. Okay, like, we got to move on from it, and you just don't address it. You're just admitting that you were a failure and couldn't make it work. This is the easy way to just do it and get it out the way. Oh, the beginning of the movie, that giant thing turned adamantium. They stripped it down for metal. It's out the way. No one has to bring it up ever again. It doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, hey, Marvel.
That's literally it.
Marvel did that with the Inhumans. I mean, that was a global thing that was happening. Inhumans were popping up left
the
and
TV
right.
show. It was never going to be a film or affect anything. They were literally all TV show stuff. It didn't matter.
Should Earth be?
The Turtles was a film. They showed the whole planet.
Should Earth be technically like one of the richest planets in the galaxy now? Because isn't Nowhere's like main supply the fucking gray matter from in the celestial head? Like they should be like loaded if they wanted. I'm just saying.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
No, he's talking about Nowhere. Nowhere is the head of a dead celestial, and its marrow is a fine fuel source. So
yeah, but Earth don't know how to do that, and apparently this one turns to adamantium because all of them different.
Is that a concrete?
So this one is going to be stripped down for metal, and then we never have to talk about Eternals or this bullshit.
Now, is that a concrete story that they're going to be that this movie's going to be delving into, or nah?
Apparently, it just does. I think it might just be the opening scene.
Is it a rumor? They might dwindle it down to.
We saw. No, listen. You going to explain?
Go ahead.
And the stuff we've seen with Seth Rollins, you have seen some Eternal stuff in those clips. So I believe that's just the opening scene to the show, like just getting rid of the Eternal stuff.
Okay, so
like the movie opens, he stops the Serpent Society. They're stripping down the thing from metal, and then like they just distribute the antimatter like the other countries. I think it's just like the opening.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters to the whole.
I think they might be. I think it seems like they want to dwindle a certain reference down a bit from the actual movie, like the what you're mentioning about the adamantium and the celestial body. Yeah, I think they might want to condense that down to just an opening throwaway scene. Like it happened, let's just move on. That's it. They don't want to base the whole movie around it.
No, the whole basis of the movie is him somehow fixing this world situation. The problem is, what does that have to do with the leader and the other people, the other villains? There were like 3 people in this movie that remember. The leader's the main villain. She-Hulk's apparently got to see this movie.
God.
There's another person.
If I understand the news correctly, the reshoots are because people didn't even like what they have right now. So
yes, that's another thing I heard.
Apparently, it's not mixing well.
Huh. So. Yeah, no, people hate what's going on. That's why I'm saying, if the whole crux is the scroll thing, you literally can't undo that. That's all over the planet now, and that leads to another movie, which is canon. You have to do something. This movie is going to address the scroll real well. If they want to just throw away the Eternal thing, they can do that. But I just think doing it at the opening scene just gets it out the way so we never talk about it again. Instead of just having to be another black spot that Marvel has never dealt with.
Won't be the first time they had a black spot in their continuity. But
stop bringing up it didn't mean that anything. It didn't matter.
But All right. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if they felt like what they were delivering wasn't being received well by the audience that have seen it so far, and they want to fix it, I mean, hey, that's a step in the right direction. You know,
Yeah, there's,
they.
Yeah, who knows? We might actually get a Cap villain for our
well,
character.
this isn't the first time they've done that. Doctor Strange's plot, according to the actors, they got to the point where they didn't even know what the story was about because they kept changing every. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the first time they.
Yeah, you know, and Doctor Strange divisive.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
you know.
Gotcha.
So
All
maybe
right
we'll
then.
do the next movie. There you go. Boom.
Okay.
I'm
All
so.
right.
Like the messed up part is the idea of the plot is great. Like the idea that Captain America, of all people, they're gonna bring together the country and the world with the whole world situation would be great for a Captain America plot. I don't think a movie was the best way to tackle it.
Hmm.
If there was a comic book situation, I have full faith in a good
One
Cap
thing.
by fix that.
One thing I just wanted.
But you want him to fix the
Yeah.
but
One thing I just wanted.
but you want like the whole but
Yeah. One.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
One thing I just want them to throw away is saying that Thaddeus Ross is the president of the United States.
That's it.
How is that
Yeah,
not a
if we're gonna
political
do yeah,
statement?
that's what it was. You're right. It was you turn the Red Hulk thing.
Yeah.
You can't do that to the president.
You can't make the president of the United States the villain of this movie because what is it? Marvel's on a tightrope as it is. Do you really
Well,
want to go with that political divide right there?
hang on.
Like,
Is it really political anymore? Because the president that he would be closest to is a Republican president, not to be.
these. Do
You
you
don't have.
really want to go that divisive?
It's the president in
Yeah,
general,
it's just
though.
it would just be a regular president at this point. I don't think it would be
A,
political.
a big raging red monster?
I mean,
Like
yeah, but, that's like no difference than when like the comics made Lex Luthor the president. Right? Like, that wasn't like a whole big deal for a lot
hey,
of people.
I was one of the guys who was excited about Red Hulk coming back and having a Red Hulk versus Captain America moment,
He'll come back as fine.
but
Just don't make him the
yes,
president.
just
That's all it is.
yes, just
So regardless of how you feel, Jake, it's a Captain America movie where a Captain America fights the president who turns into an all red monster. It's a very big political statement.
yes.
Regardless of
Oh,
how
yeah,
they feel about it.
but it has
Someone's
to be
gonna
more.
feel offended and it's gonna be a bigger deal. And it's gonna be a bigger deal than it
Yeah,
should be,
because
regardless of how they take it.
Twitter would have. Well, I'm saying Twitter would have to be dumb. It is, but it's like a political statement on what you need a reference for something that's happening. And at the time the movie's coming out, was it 2024? Let's say president for 2025. Unless
Just
There don't need to be a reference for it going on at the
if
moment,
it
just
would
just for it to
for
be a
just say
reference. We would still understand
for
what
the
it's supposed to
idea,
just
be.
it
say
has to reference to something. It can't just be like.
Oh
just
shit!
say just say Thaddeus Ross is Secretary of Defense. That's it. Don't put him as
I
president.
don't know why you act like
I
people
just
can't be
rewatched the
offended over
Dragon
something.
Prince
Just oh
trailer.
well, they're talking about something from
It
2 years
has to. He has to represent an ideal that was present, and if he's not doing that, it's not really a political statement. Just he's the president. That's my point. There's
You want
nothing.
to further you wanted to further divide
No,
an
no,
audience.
Jake. The point is, it doesn't matter how reasonable you are about it. That's not how regular people
That's
are going to
no,
see it.
I get that.
There's
I'm
always
saying
going to be people who take it
I'm
that
saying
way
it's.
and get mad. It's just better
I
not
know.
to make them president. Just still
I
be the
said that.
Secretary of State and do the same
I
thing
said
and
that
be fine.
earlier. I said that. I said that earlier. I'm just saying that it will be really stupid for people to take it. That's basically what I just said. But
Yeah, just like it was
Yeah, and they still do it.
Jake.
People are mad at Homelander representing Trump, and Trump not in the office anymore. It doesn't
Jake,
matter. That's how people
Jake,
react to
you
things.
know how people were pissed off with the fascist comment from Blue Beetle, and look how that turned out.
but hang on. Let's be fair. Homelander actually was referencing things that Trump was saying. Even the final scene of The Boys
Yeah.
is a reference to what Trump said. Okay.
But here's the thing. Here's the
Yeah.
thing, Jake.
And apparently that is
Here-
the Hulk will be doing this same
Yeah,
thing.
allegedly, if he is, sure.
Here's the thing, Jake. The Boys is not on shaky grounds at the moment. MCU is. Building Sam to be Captain America is on shaky grounds alone.
I feel like you guys are. I feel like you guys are like not listening to me. I get that. I'm saying it. I'm just explaining.
We agree with you. You keep coming back at us.
Yeah.
We agree. With you.
I'm just saying how silly it is. I feel like. Never mind. Hold on.
We agreed that it was silly. We're saying it doesn't matter because that's how
Right,
people
right.
take everything. It doesn't matter.
Sure. Hold on. But yeah. I don't know. Like I said, just free shoots. Maybe the movie's gonna be fun. Who knows? I don't know.
Hopefully. All right, again. Well, let's go on to like a little more light-hearted topic.
Oh
Who wants
yes,
to do the next one?
yes, Pokemon.
Go ahead.
Yay!
Go ahead.
The Pokemon Concierge trailer just dropped, and I loved it. Basically, it's about a woman named Haru. I just rewatched the trailer, by the way, just to remind myself. And it's about this woman named Haru who is basically the Pokemon Concierge of the Pokemon Resort. Um, it's exactly what you think it is. It's very chill. It's very lighthearted. It's stop motion. So yeah, it's not anime. It's not like animated in a traditional sense. You know, not 2D, not 3D. Well, it is 3D, but it's stop motion. So wink wonk. It just looks really cute and really relaxing, and that's the vibe that they want to give off.
Mhm.
Yeah. So basically, my from what I got from the trailer, it's basically about Haru connecting to Pokemon to help them relax at the resort, just like how the resort helps her relax. If you catch my drift.
Mhm.
It looks super cute, and I can't wait.
Did any of you guys see the trailer?
No, I don't want to watch it.
But
I
Pokemon,
don't like the animation. I think it looks a bit weird, but other than that, it's still fun.
Yeah.
it's stop
I'm
motion,
still
bro.
watching Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I know it's stop motion. I don't have a problem with stop motion. I just don't like the way the models look. But it looks like a fun story. Like I'm not knocking it. Like I look at
Yeah.
it. You know,
When you hear the term concierge, you should know what you're getting into of this special, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's either a show
Thank,
or a special. I can't remember off the top of my
yeah,
head.
I mean, just, hey, it's just a day at the spa Pokemon style.
Hell yeah.
Hmm. Anybody here excited besides which?
Woo!
I'm interested.
Pokemon!
Yay.
Y'all suck.
Oh, sorry. It's just I haven't been to Pokemon in a while. That's the thing, you know.
Y'all
I
still
I
suck.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't
I
care.
mean, I think I stopped my
They can do whatever they
yeah. I
want.
think I stopped my Pokemon journey right before they hit the Consuage stuff.
Still, y'all suck. This is gonna be great.
It does look
Well, we
comforting.
hope you enjoy.
Yeah, it does look comforting. I'll say that. You know. All right then. With that, let's move on to the next topic. Jake.
Oh, I mean, I don't know why this isn't even me, but Chucky did by Daylight Game Keys. There you go. Talk about it. I have no
I mean,
idea.
hey, you guys. Two of the people here are into gaming. I mean, how do you feel
I'm
this
not
from a
into
game
Chucky
standpoint?
or this game, so pass it.
Really?
There you go.
Or you want me to answer the question? Want me to answer the
Yeah.
question? Okay. As a person who's already played as Chucky, because he's been out. I don't know. We're doing the teaser trailer. He's been out. He's playable. He's pretty fun.
Okay. How versatile can you
His abilities are
go?
something called hidey ho, where you know how in the movies and with the way they do camera tricks, you just kind of see his feet running around, and you don't know where he's going, where he is.
Yeah.
So that's his power base. That's his main ability. Where you just see random sets of feet prints walking around. You hear him just running around you, but you don't know where he is actively. And he's really short too, so he's the smallest person in the game by far.
Yeah.
You can't even see him in the tall grass.
Yep.
But and in this game, there's a mechanic where you have to put people on hooks. Their way to get around that is that Charles Lee Ray, the man, like his soul comes out of the doll to grab the person and put them on the hook.
Oh damn.
And the only other thing to talk about is his instant kill when he gets you on the ground is very brutal. It's probably the most brutal in the game. What he does is when you fall on the ground, he pulls out a bat, hits you, he beats you with the bat. That doesn't really work. He breaks the bat down. So he stabs you with the end of the bat, pulls out a knife, starts shanking you in the neck, and then slices open your back. And then he laughs at you.
Well, glad they're keeping the brutality factor up for this.
Oh, and he's the only killer in the game that talks shit. All he does is talk shit. It's the funniest.
Mhm.
All he does is talk shit. all his favorite lines from the movie. That's all he says.
There you go.
But other than that, it's interesting. I just hope this means they'll do other small killers like the Leprechaun series and stuff like that. If you're going to experiment, just go all the way.
I'm just curious who the final boss will be in this game.
To be fair, the final boss is something called the Entity. They're like the thing that keep bringing the killers and people here to fight. So I'm assuming that the final thing they do is going to give him a body, and then you beat him.
Yeah. Okay, that's one way to go about it. Yeah, I mean, sounds good. I don't know if it's for the PS5. Like you guys know, I can't buy it yet. So.
Well, they're like on PS4. Everything's on PS4.
Oh, okay, so good.
If you like horror killers, you can buy pretty much all of them for this game. Freddy's in this game. Michael Myers in this game. Everybody but Jason's basically in this game already.
Oh.
Alien from the Alien series is in this game. Like you can buy guest killers, guest characters to play as. Ash from Evil Dead is in here. You got Nicolas Cage as a character in here. Like it's a fun little thing.
Okay, go wild with it.
Yeah. You like horror killers? You like horror stuff? Play this game.
Cool. Alrighty then. With that, I guess we could go on to the next one then.
Mhm.
Anybody want to take this one?
No.
Oh. Well, I guess you're not a fan of Kamala, which I thought you were a fan of her.
I guess it's my turn since I guess
it's my turn to take the last one.
Okay, go ahead, Austin.
Since Witch refused to check the hot topics, even though that's what it's there for.
I'm busy. I'm a busy boy.
You will see. So it's cryptic.
Yeah.
Witch.
I don't give a fuck. I'm a busy boy too.
Right before.
But if you look in top topics for literally more than 2 seconds, you'll see we have Kamala's design for Avengers Twilight, and it looks amazing. I think it's adult Kamala.
It's basically
it's a story we talk, so you'll know anything we talk about. That's what you're telling us.
Sorry that I have things to do. Okay, shit.
We talked about
this. Talked about it on the show.
Yes. Yes.
You guys don't even read the shit that I recommend, so why don't you?
Well, the design looks fine.
No, wait. You don't have to read it to listen to us when we talk about it on the show that you're talking to.
Also, I just saw it.
In the show.
The covers look cool.
But focusing on the topic, the design itself looks fine. I really like it. I like the red, the yellow, the way it moves.
Yeah,
you guys give me shit for everything.
The emphasis on the red on Kamala's suit looks great.
If you say so.
The emphasis on red in Kamala's suit does look great. And this is obviously not going to be fangirl Kamala. Like she's definitely a lot older. She feels like she's going to be a mature hero by this point. I mean,
it looks like her Marvel suit, which this is what we're talking about when we want the MCU synergy. It's cool.
Oh,
I don't think it's like that at all.
Right now, she's probably around the age Carol would be in present time. So hey, that's a route to go.
He definitely will be 30 something, right? 30 to 40 close.
Yep.
If Cap's old, unless he got the super serum out, he should be up there.
Yeah. I mean, we obviously saw Luke Cage. He got up there in years based on his design.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yep. So, it's about 20, 30 years. I'll give you that.
Yep. And hey, she's going to, at least from what we saw so far in the teasers, she's going to be, and there's going to be a heavy emphasis on her being a giant in this arc. So, yeah, something to go on. I know Kamala doesn't have.
Yeah, well, she better master her powers at this point.
Yeah.
There's no point for her not to go giant for real.
Oh, wait, do you expect her to unlock her mutant powers?
Oh, God.
How much would have bet this idea and everything was made up before she even became a mutant? He probably doesn't even know what it is.
Yes. This was a requirement. Marvel will be like, okay, Chip Zdarsky, you could write your Kingdom Come Marvel, but you need to bring in Kamala. Here's a list of everything she's gone through before you write your run. No, seriously, like, look, you see in her cover the lightning bolt insignia on her chest. It's glowing.
I think they did it. superstars, to be honest.
It could be, but hey, we know she's gonna get bling bling powers at some point. You know?
Really, if she powers, bro, they're not gonna change her up too much. Just be able to make deals and stuff on top of her covering will be enough. We don't need a Miles Morales situation where he already OP and they're just like, well, you make constructs and stuff with his power. He went from making just venom punches and having electric discharge to electric webbing just coming out his fingertips to now being able to use that same weapon to make light structures.
He can make a sword. Just wait. Give him another 2 years. He's gonna be making lightning clones out of those venom blasts.
Like I don't know what their obsession is with him getting more powers. Bro. He's already pretty much broken. You had him venom. The venom touch used to just knock out anybody. You remember that back in the day?
Yes. That's how he
Yeah,
first won
we'll
against
talk about that
Peter.
another time. Yep.
Gotcha.
He even beat a Grendel. He was the first person to beat a Grendel. He did a one hit.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
But we'll
Hey,
talk about that another day.
yeah. Anyway, this is just like another reason to get hyped for Avengers Twilight. So, yeah, if you guys want to support Kamala audience, go pick up Avengers Twilight. Yay.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty then.
Also, I don't think Marvel forced him to put Kamala in here. Because I know beforehand he did say he liked Kamala Khan. I don't know if he was joking or not, but like I remember like a year or two ago, he wanted to put Kamala in a book, but he couldn't because of something else was going on.
Aw. Oh, okay, I'm glad he's getting the opportunity to write her, you know. We need some redemption from Chip Zdarsky after that whole Gotham War fiasco. Like, dude. You know? So all right. Anyway, audience, that's it for the comic news. That was short, so let's move on to the comic reviews. I've been holding on to this for about 2 weeks now, and we're talking about Uncanny Avengers number 3. The issue about tolerance and acceptance over mutants by a speech by Captain America. And
thank goodness it wasn't by Havoc because he already did that and it was not good.
Oh yeah, are you referring to that one where he said he doesn't want to be called a mutant because
He's
mutants
like,
are
call
slur?
me Alex, and I'm like, oh jeez.
Yeah.
Like Havoc, I love you. Go get pegged by Madeline Pryor, okay? I think you need that.
Gotcha.
You can't act like you want to be a different race than humans, but then get mad when they call you by that different race.
That's true.
But besides the point, Cryptid, go on.
Okay, going on. So, audience, you're aware the X-Men go through their usual spiel, like the whole country or humanity in general hates them, this and that. So this is where you have Captain America's time to shine. He sends out a distress call saying that his life is in danger, right? So all the people in the Uncanny Avengers come by to the location of where the beacon was sent to come and save Captain America. And you come to find out that this was Cap, having a press conference in the park, right? And he's saying, "Look, audience, I just released a beacon saying my life is in danger, and look who showed up. My mutant friends, the Avengers. Notice how we're a mutant majority team right now." I'm like, oh, okay, Cap.
Why is he lying?
Yeah. What was that, Austin?
Why is he lying?
Yeah,
You tell me.
You didn't see Sam or Vision or Wanda pop up. I mean,
Wanda's busy. Wanda's hanging out with her brother, okay?
No, I'm saying he's like, look, it's the Avengers, my mutant majority team. Like, bro, we saw the Avengers. They're fighting in space. Like, we just saw them. We know what they're doing. This is the B team. Don't act like it's the A team, bro. They're busy.
You have Deadpool on your team who showed up. Come on.
Yeah.
But
I'll give you credit. Deadpool of all people showed up. I'll give you credit for that.
I mean, it's understandable. I mean, Deadpool is one of the hardcore Captain America fanboys in all of Marvel. So
he was until Secret Empire happened.
Okay, yeah, we all hit our rough patches with our heroes, given
I've
time. All right.
never had.
Just which, if you were a character in Marvel, they will have a war event with you against North Star or Wiccan and Hulkling. I guarantee you.
Nah.
They
Because
had
because
they had.
North Star knows better than to get into all this bullshit unless he has to. Okay,
Hey, they had Kamala burn her bridges with Carol.
that was in
Just
Civil War 2, and everyone got character assassinated. Cryptid. I don't want to hear shit.
Now, to be
gotcha.
fair,
You know it.
that was the only one
You
I liked.
know
That,
that.
to be honest.
Yeah, I like that storyline a lot. She had a good story in Civil War 2. But anyway,
Yeah,
going back.
everyone
Her,
got character assassinated.
Mhm. But yeah, anyway, going back to this issue, right? Cap is like, basically apologizing to the mutants, like saying, "We're sorry this country made you feel like you were unsafe."
What?
And
Feel unsafe? They are unsafe.
okay,
yeah,
but
but that's
at
how
the
regular
same,
people feel too. It's a whole
yes,
thing. It's a lot of nuance here.
yes, Cap. I know you're supposed to be a symbol of purity and all that stuff, but we gotta talk this out. Like, I mean, we
Like,
had
did
a
no
whole
one
discussion
proofread your
here.
speech before you did it?
Yeah. Um, So, of course, Cap is talking about this, and while he's doing this speech, Marvel decided to have like, random pictures of people in the crowd. A lot of them have being a form of minority or diversity of some kind. I noticed during the speech, and everybody all sides with Cap, this and that, and yeah, I guess mutual relations are now good now that Cap is vouching for them.
Yeah. What?
Hmm,
Well,
hmm, I
Cap, why
mean,
don't you go to
hmm,
Canada real quick? They can use
I
your
mean,
help because we
I
don't got
mean,
Marina.
I mean, there's something I want to point out. Like, when it comes to Cap and the relationship with mutants, he always has to go through this, being seen as I have to apologize for what's happening to the mutants, or I have to acknowledge that I haven't done much for mutant causes. I'm like, dude, no, no, no. I've read your
At
book,
this point, I
dude.
feel like he needs to do more if he has to keep going.
Well, they always
He's
keep
done
referring to
more.
Cap.
They just refuse
Yeah.
to act like he did.
Yes, that's true. I mean, Cap, mutants, you don't go to Thor or Hulk or Spider Man. You all seem to always go to specifically Cap for this to make him feel shamed about what's going on. I mean, you guys. I don't know if you were aware, but Shield had
They
a
don't even go to
Tower of
Sam.
Babel.
They just go to. They don't even go to Sam. They literally just go to Steve Rogers.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if the mutants noticed, but Shield had a Tower of Babel protocol, right? Where they devised ways to take down every specific mutant on the globe. And what does Cap do after hears about this? Oh, he immediately goes to Shield, shuts down that whole program, gives them the talk saying, "How dare you try doing this to a bunch to the mutant community, this and that. Shut this program down, or you're going to be losing your Captain America." And like, oh, you're gonna be making an enemy out of Captain America, this and that. Okay, I think that's more than putting your contributions from humankind at that point. And even that famous scene that Witch was bringing up, when Havoc made his speech, right? In that same arc, in that same roster that Cap was part of, he specifically wanted Havoc to be the leader of this team because, I think it was his words. It will mean more if the public sees a mutant is leading an Avengers team rather than me, you know?
Was he also the first mutant to ever do that?
Who? Let's
Havoc.
see. I'm trying to
Because
think
I
back.
know Rogue was kind of acting like leader in the other run, but she wasn't the
hmm
leader of that team.
I know Beast was a part of the Avengers at
A
one
lot of
point.
X-Men were a part of the Avengers, like Wolverine
Mhm.
was.
Yeah, I don't think ended up actually led a team for a whole run.
Nah, I don't think so. But Avengers have had mutants on the teams before. And for God's sakes, like during the Invaders, right? Toro, he was classified as a mutant during that time. Up until
We
he
don't
got
know who that
retconned to
is.
being human. Toro was the sidekick of
He was the other.
the original Human Torch.
Yeah, he was part of the Invaders, and he was like part of the young
He had a
crew with
sidekick.
Bucky. Yeah,
Yes.
He looks like
They gave a
similar to
sidekick
Bucky,
to a
but with
robot.
fire powers.
Hey, that's cool when you're thinking about it from a '40s perspective, man. Like,
No. I understand that. That was in the last two Invader runs I read. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, but no, those two have been around Cap Comics for a good number of years, way back in the '60s and that. But yeah, and Jim Hamad did have a sidekick, his own Bucky, which was Toro, who had fire powers too. But at the time, he was classified as a mutant. Um,
Like
uh,
Namor, but Namor's still a mutant.
I mean, hey, look at Namor. Like Cap and Namor
For
are
now,
on good terms.
he's a
Okay, I mean, what else is Steve going to say to the audience? Like, hey, my mother looks like a mutant. Like, oh boy.
that's racist. That's messed up.
No,
Actually, my
because
mom
in
looks like a
one of the Hellfire Gala issues from 2021, Emma Frost reads his mind, and she's like, "Oh God,
He
he
thinks I
thinks that
look
I
like.
look like his mother."
So that's something
that's
Cap
a
could say. Hey, my
nah.
mom
That's
looks
the
like a
whole thing.
mutant.
I don't know if you remember. In a run later, when he needs help, and he thinks mommy to get Emma Frost's attention.
I recall that. Oh boy. But anyway, mutant community, quit acting like Steve is doing all this to you guys, doing all the negative stuff to you guys. He's done more than his fair share to help your
Yeah,
cause.
and you
All
know
right,
who isn't doing anything for the mutant community? John
Sam
Walker.
Wilson. Sam Wilson.
I was gonna say John
Who?
Walker.
Hey, what
Oh,
you're saying,
well,
John
John
Wilson?
Walker technically is kind of doing that. He's undermining the. He's working for the government, but he's undermining what they're doing to oppress people right now. So he might be helping people. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. But
He's like, as long as I'm in
Yes,
charge of
so
this
is Alpha
division, I can
Flight.
make sure they're doing it right instead of making sure that instead of letting them just do
John,
whatever they want to people.
John Walker mainly fights for the country as a whole, not any specific cause. So, all right.
Yeah, and he calls
But
indigenous women slurs.
That was not. He didn't mean for that to be a slur at that time. He was basically
No,
saying.
still a
He
slur.
was.
He
He was
still said it to
basically.
an indigenous
He
woman.
was. He was basically saying princess at that time, and frankly, those two got off on good terms by the end of that run.
Still,
Like
he
so.
still shouldn't have done it. I'm
Hey,
just
you're being.
saying. I'm just
You're
saying.
being offended on behalf of another person. So
Still,
okay,
you
let's
wouldn't
go
be
back
mad if someone called you a slur?
for what?
not
What?
really.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
usually don't care to be honest.
Yeah, which I had
Regardless.
Which I've had me and my father get fruit thrown at me telling by people telling us to leave this country. So yeah, I could take a lot.
I got called slurs too, okay? And we
Yeah,
both got called slurs.
I got more than called slurs.
But
So
So
all
I
right,
got
going
when
back
it
to
comes
this
when it
comic.
comes to the mute thing, I understand they want to use Cap to he's the face of the country, but it's not just like a country situation anymore. So like,
Yeah,
unless you're gonna have like all superheroes come together and stand with mutants, which Marvel refuses to do, I don't know why they keep wanting to focus in on like just Cap or this Avengers team is all mutants. It's like where are the actual Avengers? Have them all come out.
Cryptid, didn't
Or
you
that's
say
the
that you were disappointed that we haven't gotten a story with Deadpool and his daughter yet?
yeah, that was like another thing I wanted to bring up. This is a mini series, but it is being written as if it's an ongoing series. Because throughout this whole issue, like this run was built on the mystery of Captain Krakoa, right?
yeah,
He wasn't even in this comic, and you only have 2 issues left, and we still have no glimpse as to who Captain Krakoa is. So are they just going to save the
how much
face
you want to
reveal
bet?
by the end?
How much you want to bet is they're gonna wait till like the last literal pages, and they're gonna reveal somebody on the team was actually Captain Control in disguise, and he's being
Mm-hmm.
mind controlled.
Oh wow! You mean
That'll
you
be
want
Watch it be
bullshit.
like Havoc or something. Watch it be
you
like
want it
Havoc or something.
you want them to pull a red X is what you're telling me, right?
That's that's basically what they're setting up. Like if you don't
Hmm.
introduce him now, he wasn't. Yeah, you said he wasn't in this issue. Like I have no reason to want to care about who this guy is. Captain Control
Hmm.
is just a thing that Cyclops did for like one issue, and then he took it off.
Yep. Yep. I mean, even after he takes off the mask, I mean, look, if it is Hydra Cap, where's this going to go? I mean, Captain America's book isn't acknowledging anything that's happening in Uncanny Avengers, and I doubt the X Men going forward after the fall of Krakoa. It doesn't seem like any of their books are going to be touching on Captain Krakoa. So it should be a big deal if it's Hydra Cap, but it's not going to be. You know. So let's see. What else happened in this book? The team end up capturing Von Strucker's two children. You know, both of them being mutants, but also at the same time being white supremacists. And yes, I'm actually using the old school definition of white supremacists. So
Yeah, the
Is it who I think it is? Is it who I think it is?
it's the one Captain Cocoa slept with in the last issue.
No, that's not it. The children.
Von Strucker, Baron Strucker's twin children. Yeah.
I have a question. Is
Yeah.
Fenris related to that?
I don't
Can you send a
know.
picture of what they look like to me?
They have white hair. That's who you're talking. You're thinking of the right people. That's who we're talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Not the
Okay,
In
so-
the TV show for Gifted, they changed their names, but that's what you're thinking of. It's those powers. Like that's what it is.
Incest Nazis, no.
Mhm.
Anyways,
But
continue.
anyway, so yeah, they get captured by the team, and it appears Pietro and Monet, they're now going to be a couple.
Pietro and Monet? Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
You don't
I don't know
deserve
if there
that.
was like any build up. I don't
They
know if
gotta
there was a
stop just
build up.
randomly throwing this man with women every book. He don't deserve Monet. Remember last
Yeah.
time when they did all that work to set him up with Synapse, and then they just didn't go anywhere after the book ended?
Ah, man, nobody cares about Synapse. Like,
You know, we could have
That's what I'm
gotten
saying. It's
Namor and
like-
Pietro, but Marvel are cowards.
Pietro isn't gay.
yeah, Austin. Yep.
He don't hear me?
So what were you
But,
saying, Austin? Yeah, we can hear you.
I would say they did all that to set him up in that book. That relationship didn't go anywhere. Yeah, bring him back with Crystal, or just bring his daughter or something. Stop just randomly throwing
In
these
the
people with women.
Scarlet Witch
That
book,
they don't
in the
ever-
Scarlet Witch book,
they never-
she makes an appearance.
Okay, I'll
Oh, okay.
probably put that up next week then.
Okay.
But yes, if the daughter shows up, I'll buy that book. But
Mhm.
I
stop
think
just throwing this
it's,
to women
I
because y'all
think it's
never.
Scarlet Witch issue 9. I think.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna buy them all because I did remember enjoying the ones I saw. I just didn't feel like reading that and reading everything else I was reading. But
Valid.
yeah, stop pairing this up, do that with women because you're not gonna follow up this relationship. If you're gonna put home Monet of all people, this needs to come up the next time they show up because y'all usually don't care. Y'all want to do the Beal girl so bad, but not want to write about it. It doesn't make sense.
Only 2 issues left after this book, so what are the odds of Monet and Quicksilver sticking after this, you know?
Well, look, watch. Scarlet Witch and the Quicksilver book gonna come out. He's never going to bring her up.
There you go. Let's see. What else happened in this?
Your mom.
You wish. But yeah, other than that, that was pretty much it. No real hints as to what's happening with Captain Krakoa. Yeah. I mentioned Witch brought this up before, but as a whole in this arc, it didn't go the route I wanted it. Like I remember in that free comic book day issue when we saw Ellie, I thought that's the reason that was going to be a core part of this book, you know, because she's supposed to grow up to be a mutant.
Everyone did.
Yeah, that was the selling point. But in comes in Captain Krakoa, and now all the focus is on him.
You know, if the Alyssa Wong Deadpool run wouldn't have been canceled, I think we probably would have gotten Ellie.
Probably, but the most we ended up getting in that run was just a dream of Ellie.
Better than nothing at this point.
I guess, yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Jake, you're surprisingly silent over the mutant talk. What happened?
I mean, you know me. Mutant agenda must be stopped.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Do you believe it?
He's making the collars. He's making all the stuff himself. Okay, he's gonna take the stuff into his own hand.
Jake is
Krakoa
a
would not
secret
rise
member
again.
of Orcus. We need to capture him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicole would never rise again. Jake will make sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
Vote me in for
We'll circle
president.
back around to that another day.
Gotcha.
Anyway, Kate.
Anyway, that's it for Uncanny Avengers. Let's move on to which. Go ahead.
Hi. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to actually talk about this book 2 weeks ago on Halloween for a Halloween special, but I was already talking about 5 books, so I didn't end up doing that. So I waited 2 weeks. So I'm going to be talking about the Mad Cave indie book called The Devil That Wears My Face. It is a horror comic, as you can tell. Demons with eyeballs. Just remember that. So if you have a fear of eyeballs, I would not recommend reading this book. Anyways, we're starting off in Spain in 1740. This is important. This is an important thing, and that's why I'm like letting you know. So we see this priest trying to perform an exorcism on this one guy who got possessed by a demon. And this isn't just like satanic panic BS, it's like an actual demon. So it doesn't end well for this priest because he just gets full brutally murdered. Like, it's not pretty. Like, it's something you gotta read. And he's like, give me more priests, you know, like feed me the priests.
Oh.
I want all the priests. Because, you know,
Oh.
even. Anyways, we cut to Rome. And we see this one guy in confession. Keep in mind, he is a father. Yeah, even fathers can go confess. Why not, you know?
Yeah.
And he's talking about like one of the last exorcisms he did and everything, you know, and all that jazz. And we see, and he talks about this old lady from Poland, this old beggar lady, and we see her like going freaking feral, and then we see a whole bunch of eyeballs pop out, like explode out of her back. It was not pretty.
Good Lord. I kind of want to see this image. Like,
it's actually really not that bad. We don't actually see much of it.
Never mind then.
Okay. Go ahead.
So we also find out that the Pope is dying. He's blind and bedridden. And so some of the other priests and some of the cardinals, because keep in mind we're in Rome now. We're at Pope land. We're at the Vatican. Why couldn't I think for a moment? So the main character his name is Vieri. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's Italian.
Yeah.
So they're all talking about what to do, like what happened, like with what's happening with the Pope and all that other stuff, you know, and all that jazz. And keep in mind, these priests and cardinals are kind of assholes, but what'd you expect? And so once Vieri is like finished saying his confession, we see one of those other asshole cardinals. So Cardinal, Fortanto. I don't fucking know how to pronounce it. I don't know Italian. Fuck that shit. So the cardinal is like, "Don't worry, your confession's safe with me, bro. However, I do have a potential job for you. So I need to go to Spain for me. There's this one guy who has been possessed by a demon, and you know he's eating priests, and his fiance and his father are really worried. So you're like the best one out there. So go to Spain, have fun, be careful. Don't be the fourth, you know, because there's been 3 priests that have been killed."
Hey, if I heard that people in my job professions have been getting eaten, I'll be scared as heck too. So, you know.
Well, too bad. He does go. He does
go
to
God.
And once he's like, "Damn you," you know, and then he sees he's greeted by 2 people, you know, by this lady named Maria and this other guy. This guy named Hugo. So that's fun. And what were you gonna say, Austin?
Right.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll get a bit more intense later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and basically, Hugo is like, "Oh yeah, many people have been, like, several priests have been slaughtered by this guy, and I don't want to lose one son. I've already lost one son already. I can't lose another, you know." And Vieti is like, "Oh yeah, I'll try my best. Don't worry, I'll do what I can." So cut back to the guy who got imprisoned by this demon, and so, you know, Vieti is like getting set up, and so Maria touches the cross in the holy water, and she gets hurt by it. I don't know what this means, but we'll figure it out later.
Mm-hmm.
And Vieti apologizes. Didn't mean to startle her and all that other stuff. So okay. Basically,
it's pretty clear
Maria.
cut what that means, but
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Anyways, so basically, she was talking about like, a lot of people were kind of scared of her because like, of like all the stuff that she's known for, you know, like seeing visions and all that other stuff. Besides, the guy that is currently being possessed by the demon. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. That's on me.
Mm-hmm.
But Vietti is like, don't worry. I'll do my best. I'll get this demon out, and hopefully we can save your fiance. You know, we got like, don't worry. And he also asks her what her favorite prayer is, and all that other stuff. You know, because why not? And he goes into the dungeon room. Ooh. So this demon guy is like, I am Legion and blah blah blah, like stuff like that. And he's like, I'm going to eat you and all that other stuff. It's fine. And Vietti's just like not having this BS at this point. He's like, okay, and I don't care. Go on. And he starts chanting in Latin, I'm assuming, because it looks like Latin. If you read it in your head, it sounds like Latin. But besides the point. So you see the eyeballs come out, you know, all this stuff. And so through all of that agony or whatever, I wouldn't say agony, but whatever. He basically snaps, like takes the chains off the wall, and he's like, for you to shut up and die, you know? Because keep in mind the human part of him is like telling him to like get out and all that other stuff, and he's like, please, there's still time. And like I said, Legion's like, for you to shut up and die. And we get this really cool shot of like all these eyeballs. It's like it's kind of like fiery. I guess that's the best way that I can describe it. I'll send a picture in the chat for you guys, but not my best picture work. But it's actually pretty interesting. But so it shows the progress of Vietti getting taken over, I guess you can say. Hold on, it just sent. Go look at pics real quick. It's pretty brutal. So
let me look at it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, it looks really cool though.
Yeah.
And so before Vietti
He'll definitely catch your eye.
Yeah, I saw this at my comic book shop and all. Ooh, this looks interesting. And so before Vietti like dies, Maria comes in and whacks the guy with the chair, and she's like, I'm sorry, father. He pulled the chain straight out of the wall. And like, don't worry, you know. And so, quote unquote, Vietti, remember that for later. He goes back to Rome to report his findings and all that other stuff. And he asks Hugo to send the Inquisition to help him out. And so Vietti's back in confession. And you remember that Cardinal guy from earlier? Well, basically, Vietti kills him. Like, he puts his hand through, like, the mesh, like, thingy where you talk between, you know what I mean? If you know a confession booth, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Basically, grabs his neck through it and murders the guy. And he's like, you should really stop calling me Vietti. After all, my name is Legion. So we find out that basically he swapped bodies with Vietti and Legion. So basically, Legion is possessing Vietti's body, while Vietti is still in Spain, in that dungeon. You know, and he's like, for the love of God, you must believe me. My name is Father Franco Vietti. And that's where the first issue ends. And we do get a preview of the second issue, where Vietti, actual Vietti, is getting technically just rebaptized by the Inquisition. So funsies, and basically one of them gives him a cross, and his hands are sizzling. Not fun. Anyways, so the rest of the cardinals and priests find out that the other cardinal guy died, and Legion is like, you know, he's doing his evil grin, and he's like, Vietti, I can get used to this. There's another day in paradise. And basically, we also find out that the Pope died, like he's dead. And basically smacks one of the other guys for some reason. I don't because evil. I'm so tempted to send in like an email or something to be like how much I love it, but I'm a little bit too nervous to do that. I never done that before. Anyways, I really liked it. It's a really good horror story.
I mean,
So if you
audience,
find a bunch of eyeballs, you're good.
audience, if you want your monthly dose of gore and blood, hey, go check out this book.
It's more supernatural, I guess you can say. It's not really actually a lot of blood and gore, to be honest with you. From this first
But-
issue alone.
but definitely it's fair share in eyeballs.
Yeah, so if you like looking at a lot of eyeballs, go ahead. If you like to see priests get tortured, go off. This is the book for you, my friend.
Yep.
If you want blood and gore, read Marvel Zombies, Red, Black, and Blood.
Yay!
Well, Black, White, and Blue.
Yay.
Zombies!
Horror stuff just can't just stay on October, you know.
Also, read Dracula because Image Comics was like, we'll give you a Dracula comic.
Cool.
It's classic Dracula, though, right?
Yeah,
I think I saw
it's Universal Monsters Dracula. Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh, that'd be fun. That would be a fun little read.
The art is beautiful, by the way.
Cool.
Well, if you choose to cover it next week, I'll cover it with you.
I would not recommend eating while reading the first issue.
Yeah. Well, speaking of things that are beautiful, let's talk about something that isn't. Go ahead, Austin.
Thanos is beautiful. I don't know what you mean. Thanos number
look
one.
At him. He's a beautiful creature.
I saw Thanos as a baby. He ain't beautiful.
You think anybody else in the galaxy pull off that wrinkly chin? The Skrulls don't. They have to change their shape.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Talk about your handsome man.
Yeah, he's fucking Adam.
Don't know. I don't remember if Thanos was still dead, but he was gone for a while. He probably died against Doctor Doom. I don't know.
Well, if Doctor Doom
framed this as the return of Thanos, but he was just fighting Thor and Doctor Doom. I don't know if he died in that fight, but
okay, I'm like, okay, since Doctor Doom is popping up randomly in so many other books, he damn well should get some names under his fist, you know, like so.
The script in this book's weird because it doesn't fit. It doesn't feel like it's like anywhere. Like I just said, I'm pretty sure Thanos didn't die fighting Doctor Doom, but they frame it that he just came back to life. And then the Avengers team in this book is something that doesn't make sense at all.
Okay, awesome. When you say like this book is acting like Thanos died, all I kept thinking in the back of my mind is, we all know as comic fans how meaningless death is in comics. How epic would that be if Thanos just off screen died and nobody even knew about that, and now he just got back without anybody even knowing he died? You know, like.
Yeah, honestly, to be fair, they might clarify this stuff later. But based on here, it doesn't follow up. It doesn't act like it follow up to the Thor stuff. And the Avengers team here makes no sense. But I'll get to that.
Yeah.
We start off the book in California with this girl, this goth, this emo. She won't tell us her name at the start of the book. That's kind of strange. But she's going through life. Her life kind of sucks. She's going through it. She's driving to work. She goes to work. Her boss kind of harasses her, not like sexually or anything, just like, you're late, get to work.
Okay.
She get to work. She starts mopping the floor. She got to clean. She finds a dead rat. She puts it in her pocket for some reason.
Ew.
Like she's weird. Okay.
Okay.
She drives home. She goes. It's not like dialogue, but because we don't know who this girl is, it's like it's not that interesting. But she goes to the graveyard. You find out her mother passed, so she's been grieving. She goes home. She starts nodding off, and then she has a vision in her sleep where like a black hole, and then something coming out the black hole, and then it transitions to Thanos' mouth. Like his mouth opens, shooting like a beam, and she freaks out. Obviously, like you just dreamed of some alien mouth. Obviously, she doesn't know it's Thanos' mouth. We know it's Thanos' mouth. We know his mouth looks like.
Yeah.
But she keeps having visions of space. She's trying to buy stuff. She's getting distracted, but she meets this woman, And she's like, "It's you. You're my Marie." Because apparently, but this not. I believe it's not this girl's name. Her name is Roberta Marshall. But this one sees her as Marie, and there's a good reason for that. But on the other, it goes for her being mistaken as Marie to a laser hitting the planet from a spaceship, and then it starts destroying the city. It's like drawing a line. It's drawing a
Wow.
line through the city. It's Thanos. It's a ship. It doesn't look like Thanos' regular ship, so I don't know if that's actually him yet.
Okay.
But well, let me phrase it. I know, but they don't reveal that it's him or not. This ship doesn't look like any Thanos ship you've seen. But he shoots the laser. He's like drawing lines. He's drawing bridges. So the city's falling apart. There's a big explosion that you can see the curve of the planet for. He rips off this part of the city and brings it to the ship.
Okay.
So you must be thinking, this girl is pretty important. And Thanos is on the ship. This girl is deaf.
Death reincarnated.
Yep.
Or just deaf.
Why she's reincarnated?
Okay.
Who knows? I'm pretty sure Death was still alive. Was she alive like 2 issues ago in some book? I don't know.
I swear, the last time I saw Death being relevant was in that Valkyrie comic where, yeah, because the mutants were so out of control with bringing people back from the dead, that was actually making the actual entity of Death ill. Like, wow.
Oh, then maybe she did die.
Yeah, good.
But Mutant stopped getting revived, so she should have been fine. But maybe she did die and get reincarnated.
Yeah.
But this girl is supposed to be deaf. And then you meet the quote unquote Avengers team. And guess who's here?
Who?
Iron Man in his new armor. Emma Frost looking like her regular self. Mr. Fantastic's here. Doctor Strange is here. And Blue Marvel, who they won't put in the film, but they'll put him in the book. He's here. I was super excited to see him because Marie didn't know who any of these people were except for Iron Man, but Marvel. I was like, that'd be me. That'd be me in canon.
Wow.
She called Mr. Fantastic Mr. Great. Like she didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
But she was like, Blue Marvel, you're Dr. Adam. The Blue Marvel, you have this science podcast and this paper that you wrote that was amazing. And he's like, I'm also an antimatter machine, a reactor. So that's pretty cool.
You're a legend, man.
Here, they came to the city. Go ahead.
If I was that girl, I would be saying, "You're a legend, man. You should definitely be in a movie. If anything, a team-up movie at the very least."
Black superhero canon. They should have made a movie about you. But you know, who are we to want diversity done right? You know what I mean? But you know, we'll let it but the Avengers are here. They're like, you're very important. I don't think you realize you're deaf. Why this team of people specifically? I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense because all these people are not doing the same thing right now.
I mean,
we let stuff slide here, but they turn around and see Thanos full force shooting 5 beams at them somehow. He has 2 arms shooting beams. There's 2 beams coming from his chair, and there's like a beam coming from his knee. It looks like.
Oh wow. Man, but even his throne gets some action. Is what you're telling me.
Teases something though that. What was I saying?
What is it? No, I was saying earlier that even Thanos' chair gets some action apparently.
Yeah, it's like the placement of this comic doesn't really make sense. I feel like someone wanted to write the story, but didn't check in with any other books, so they just put some people together. Like, well, I want to do something fantastic later. He should be here, and I want to do something with Blue Marvel. Something he should be here, like that. But Thanos starts attacking, and the tease for the next issue is why I heard about the book. So the people in the comic shop were losing their minds. We're gonna get current Hulk versus Thanos in a pure fight.
Okay.
People don't know. I know people aren't really keeping up with Hulk, but Hulk after Immortal Hulk, which is his best run so far, he got the Starship stuff, which was interesting, and he was getting even stronger. And then you have his current run. where he's still getting stronger. Like this probably be the strongest Hulk to fight Thanos that we ever seen. The last time we seen Hulk and Thanos, Hulk was on a leash and Thanos was an old man.
Thanos will
And
be like,
well, no, I thought it's funny, Chris, because he like Banner's not even in this issue, so he just gonna randomly show up in space in the next issue.
hey, go for it, you know?
But we let stuff fly.
But,
We're here for the fight.
yeah. I mean, like it does introduce a pretty interesting status quo change for Death herself. I don't know how to feel about the fact that even at this young of a state for Death, Thanos is still creeping on this little girl. Like, ugh.
Oh, she's not a little girl. I think she's 18.
18, but still, like Thanos is clearly an old man. Like, you know.
Hold on, y'all don't get on Wolverine. I do. Y'all don't get on Wolverine.
I mean, Thanos has a few centuries under his belt. All right. Like, you know. I mean, hey, hey, Austin, if we're going by, of Jason Aaron's Avengers run, Thanos was around during prehistoric times in Earth.
Yeah, he's really one of the top 10 oldest people of all time.
Yep.
But,
so yeah.
Like a lot of this stuff don't really make sense timing wise. Having Death be a human, unless you're gonna like make her an actual adult and pair her with Deadpool, I don't really think people gonna care about her being a human. Because her and Deadpool, like the only relationship people care about her, like her relationship with Thanos and her relationship with Deadpool, it's the only thing people like about Death. So you're gonna make her human, do one of those two things, which they don't seem to be wanting to do.
Yeah, and it's unlike any other writers currently using Death at the moment, so it's one of those status quo changes that could fly under the radar, you know.
I was going to bet he's probably just going to make her deaf again by the end of the comics. He's going to play, well, in order to help y'all, I have to become deaf again and sacrifice this human body. And that's going to be
are you telling me Thanos wants to groom this little girl? Like, I want you to be the woman I want you to be.
Deaf. They're probably, I don't know. I think she's going to choose to be deaf, and she's going to transition back to that old lady. Well, the soul body. I don't know.
Yeah. They vary.
Reborn, how much did that like change a person? Like, you know what I mean? Would this personality even matter once you become deaf again? I don't think so. But yeah, Thanos versus Hulk is going to be the next issue. So as long as they just make it a pure drag out fight and Hulk doesn't look like a bitch, I think people will be happy.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I mean, it sounds like a promising first start. Is this an ongoing or a mini?
It seems to be a mini. Well, I guess we'll figure out. Let me go back to the top of the book. Oh no, I'm dropping this book. It's can't let that happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You see, you rose my heart. You had my heart raised.
Makes way more sense. Yeah, I won't read it.
No, it is too soon for me to get it to trust Cantwell. All right.
You know what?
The only reason why I would trust Cantwell is if he brings back Briar. That's the only way I would care.
Wait, Briar is not from Marvel, is it?
It's Boom Studios,
but
he still wrote it.
Yeah.
Briar seems to be the best thing people like that he wrote. He should probably stick with that. But yeah, if this next issue come out, if the fight is good, I'll cover it. But I don't really have a lot of hope that writer, especially since I see that he doesn't care about the continuity. He's just doing whatever. So that doesn't put me get any good faith for me. Like the continuity loses on a way, but all you gotta do is like, oh, well, Iron Man's here. I guess I'll use someone else who's smart. You know what I mean? Just something like that. It ain't that hard.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, that's it, man.
All right, then. I mean, at least if anything, we got a good topic out of it. So let's keep the momentum with the next topic. Austin.
Oh, it's still my turn. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Transformers number 1 and 2, Skybound. Which doesn't care. But I think it looks amazing.
Transformers.
Jake, do you care?
Yeah.
I have a mutual on TikTok who likes Transformers.
Yeah. But Witch is still hit or listen, so that's good. Transformers number 1 and 2 by Skybound, in my opinion, has been amazing. It starts off with the Transformers crashing on Earth, and the person who shows up to find them is Jetfire and Spike from from the Transformers series. But he's still a child now at this point. So he enters through the ship with one side, Jetfire enters to the second side. The first thing Jetfire do, he see all his friends knocked out. But people don't know Jetfire does not know about the war. He's been asleep on a planet for centuries, well, for millions of years. He doesn't know about the war. So the first thing he do is wake up his leader, who will be Starscream, who is leader of the Seekers, who is basically the flying robot shooting people. He wakes him up and starts like, "What's up, man? I haven't seen you in years. I'm glad you chose the right side." And the first thing Starscream does, Cricket, is kill Bumblebee.
Oh, okay. Go big right off the bat.
And I don't even mean like, oh, he just shot Bumblebee. He shoots this man's face off. Like, this dude's gone.
He's like, I'm gonna keep your voice back as a trophy.
Yes. Yeah, so I think they did that. So when they bring them, if they ever bring them back, they might do the radio thing for the first time in comics. But I don't think so.
Mm.
But Bumblebee is confirmed dead right now, to be fair. Then he goes to try to kill Optimus. Jetfire's like, "Bro, what are you doing?" Starscream gives him the dirtiest look and said, "Bro, we've been at war. You don't see the symbol on me? You don't see these dog tags? I'm Decepticon now. These dudes are enemies. Get out the way." And Jetfire's like, "Nah." So Starscream lights up Jetfire. He doesn't kill him, but he shoots him up. The Optimus Prime finally wakes up. He tackles Starscream. And then Starscream is fighting. Like, Starscream here is a minute. He's giving Optimus Prime the business when he first wakes up. Optimus Prime had to go run to get a gun to try to properly fight Starscream in this situation. And while he does that, Ratchet wakes up and Cliffjumper wakes up. So they load up everybody they can into Optimus Prime's container. You know the little thing on the back of his pickup truck?
Yeah.
He already has a container because that would they hold their weapon stuff in. So he loads all the Autobots in that, and he tries to hold Starscream off while they escape. While this is happening, Soundwave, Ravage, and whatever, Rampage, which is another one of his little cassette robots, those wake up. So they're in pursuit, but they're low on energon, so they can't go that way. Optimus takes Spike. They get in the car, they drive. Spike takes them to a hidden mine. But Starscream is on pursuit. Starscream is about to kill them, but he gets called back at the last minute by Soundwave because they tell them, "You're the only person who can really move. We need you to come back, help us regroup, and then fly around so we can try to make some energy." So that's the only reason they survived issue 1. But Optimus learns about Spike. He learns about humans. They start scanning their. Ratchet goes out and he scans robot form, car form for them, and that's how they get their iconic form from this timeline.
Okay.
But issue 1 ends with Starscream looking for oil sources because they're doing the G1 thing where you turn oil and energy into energon. He goes to the mine, and the first thing he does is kill Spike's best friend's father. He sees a human for the first time. He says, "Bro, what is that?" He picks it up and he squeezes it till it pops. And he has this sadistic smile on the whole time.
I never put.
What?
I was about to say, I never really did think about like Transformers having need oil to go through oil every now and then,
In the original cartoon, energon wasn't like a steady supply, so they would convert other things into energon essentially.
Okay.
So in this timeline, they can convert oil. I think it's oil and electricity together into. They can use that to make energon. And once they get enough, they can wake up all the Decepticons. But the only person right now with enough energon is Starscream, and I believe Cliffjumper. Ratchet has a little bit, but Optimus Prime doesn't need energon because he has to make sure leadership in his timeline. So he has all the energy he needs to do what he needs to do. But yeah, it ends with Starscream killing Spike's friend, whose name I can't remember. It's the girl that he ends up dating, but I can't remember her name. Her father gets killed. The second issue opens up with Starscream going off. So he is just flying around killing humans. He's shooting them, he's grabbing them, he's chasing them down. So they send the Air Force, and Starscream has one of the favorite panels. So the Air Force doesn't see Starscream yet, but when they do, they're like, bro, is that one of our jets? Starscream flies up to them, stops dead in his tracks, and says hi. And they eject out the ship. And then he immediately crushes the first pilot. And then when he goes to kill a second pilot, they reveal the second pilot is Duke of the G.I. Joe. And
Oh wow.
he jumps over Starscream's arm, uses his flare to shoot Starscream in the eye to distract them, and use the burning jet as cover to get away. But that's how the G.I. Joe gets introduced to this pilot. Starscream's killing spree. But yeah,
Oh,
Starscream just going off. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like saying, I almost forgot this was the Transformers GI Joe crossover we talked about a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but because G.I. Joe and Cobra don't have their own books, that's why they don't title it like Transformers G.I. Joe. But Starscream is doing all this. He's going wild. He's going crazy. We cut to Optimus. Optimus and them are arrested for the night. Optimus steps out the cave. He looks at Earth for the first time. He's like, this place is beautiful. But as he does that, he steps on a deer. And he realizes how fragile this planet is. And he knows right now he has to get the Decepticon stuff off the planet. So they will ruin this place. So him and Spike talk. Spike explained to him the idea of family and transform. And Optimus like, yeah, we have that idea too. So family's the word that y'all use. He explains to him about his dad. Spike's dad in this timeline seems to be a former G.I. Joe agent with PTSD. Spike's brother died as an astronaut at some point, so the dad has a drinking problem from the PTSD and loses his oldest son. But the dad is the one who goes to find Spike's friend, and he explains his dad got the full G.I. Joe gear on, but it's clear that he's not like a G.I. Joe anymore. He's flying her, he's like, oh yeah, your dad died, but I'm going to protect you. And she's looking at him like, bro, I don't want this drunk man around me. My dad just died. It's the funniest panel. If I can find, I'm going to post it. But Optimus, Cliffjumper, all of them don't have enough energize, so he tells them to wait back. He's going to try to go fight Starscream again. But judging by the first fight, and Optimus doesn't have a gun, I don't think he's going to go that well. But the end of this book is Hawk from the G.I. Joe finding Duke and finding out what happened. And he's telling you, hey, I know you weren't an active G.I. Joe person anymore. Like, he was still in the Air Force, but he wasn't in the G.I. Joe specifically. They're like, bro, we need you to come back because the G.I. Joe is going to be the person they use to fight these aliens. We're going to have to do something. And that's the introduction to Duke leading to his book that come out in December. So that's issue 1 and 2, really. It's a really good setup. Like, you like Starscream, you like the Carnage. Like, it's very brutal, too. Like, they don't hold back. Starscream is brutal. You see, like, him crushing humans. You see the blood splatter on his face with his ridiculous smile. See him just slapping planes around and throwing planes at people. Like, it's Starscream goes off. It's very brutal.
Hey, the brutality of seeing him kill Bumblebee and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah, as an opening scene, that's the best way they can do it. They show you that this running.
Yeah. And yeah, sounds like a promising good 2 issues, you know?
And instead of Bumblebee,
for the people who don't know, it's written by Daniel Warren Johnson and drawn by Mike Spicer. Or Spicer, yes, Spicer.
Cool. Jake, you were about to say something?
Instead of Bumblebee, we can use Hotshot, the superior yellow card.
Yay.
No,
give us Rodimus.
I don't know.
Look,
give us Rodimus Prime.
We have
Come
a
on.
red card. We have Cliffjumper, okay? He looks just like Bumblebee, but
red. So he can die as
no, at this time, like Bumblebee died. Now he can live. It's a life for a life. Like the soul.
Karma has reversed. There
you go.
Yeah, but in Hotshot.
Gotcha.
I just hope, but going with Jake said, I just hope this means Cliffjumper gets to actually live and have a full character. Oh yeah, we get to see the first image of Megatron in a flashback while Optimus talks to Spike, and he looks like he's just a more menacing G1 Megatron look. but you get a full panel of him choking out Optimus and about to break his neck. It's like, bro, if they don't stop Starscream before Megatron gets here, it honestly feels like it's over. There's like you feel like the stakes, like they can't beat Megatron regardless. They have the whole team. That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you that Transformers Prime feeling when Megatron first shows up.
It sounds like it's hitting all check boxes and being a badass comic.
For
It's
those,
it's the
to,
first comic for they got like a 10 out of 10 on like a lot of websites, bro. At the same
Ooh.
time. Go ahead, Jake. What's you about to say?
I just realized it wasn't important. We can move on.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, sounds good. Let's move on to the next. Unless Austin, you have any final thoughts?
If you like Transformers, pick up this book. Or if you get tired of regular Marvel DC stuff, pick up this book. I feel like this is going to be a great alternative. I feel like this is going to be a great alternative, especially with us not having any other real Transformers content to go on.
What are you talking about? We have Earthspark.
No, we're not. That doesn't count. That's not a real thing. That doesn't.
Oh,
if you heard what Jake said, he lies. That's not what it's called. Don't look that up.
But
just wait for Transformers Reactivate like a real fan.
okay.
Go listen to Austin. And
wait for Transformers Reactivate. Yeah, go listen to Transformers Reactivate and wait for that to come out. Don't listen to Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jake's opinions are dumb.
That's it.
Gotcha. But anyway, you know what's not dumb? The next comic we're talking about, Avengers number 7. Now, audience, you all heard the opening. You all know what the Avengers are about. But in case you don't know, I'll say the opening right here. There came a day, unlike any other, where Earth's mightiest heroes found themselves united against a common threat. And on that day, they failed. Oh, geez. Like, no, you literally open up this new story arc where the Earth, oh man, it took a beating. This was like Doomsday level, post event. I mean, hey Jake, you remember how we all felt when the moon got blown up?
Yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah, well, it just literally opens up with the moon sliced in half.
Okay, Marvel just doesn't know how.
This is Ruby logic here.
Jake, to be fair, they're going to reveal something later that makes that better.
Yeah. So anyway, you cut to the Avengers, right? Oh man, Scarlet Witch is crying over Vision dead.
Oh, like Jesus Christ! Get over your fucking toaster, Wanda.
Wait.
Wow.
Oh, wait, this is White Vision, okay? This isn't the regular green and red, okay? All the colors drain for him. Give him a break.
Yeah.
No.
And all the other Avengers, they look like they came out of a prize fight, man. Like they are battered. Yeah.
I was funny enough, all of them are in different costumes from the last time you saw them.
Yeah, I mean Carol is wearing her Miss Marvel costume, which hey, it's nice to go back to the classics. Thor is wearing what looks like he would wear in the 90s during the Extreme Age.
Yeah, it looks like a 90s outfit with the headpiece and everything. Iron Man clearly wearing one of his birth armors. Cause you can see the eye holes. We see like his full eye in it.
Hello?
I don't know what's happening, to be honest with you.
Well,
it cut out for a second. Sorry, but there you go.
Okay, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. But anyway, we come to find out that like it's this giant monster who's just basically think of Doomsday if Doomsday was a kaiju, So, the Avengers could do nothing but see him wreak havoc onto this world. But then, the Avengers had to get up. They just can't stand down. They're the last line of defense for the world. It's not time for the Avengers to stand down. It's time for the Avengers to assemble.
Oh Jesus!
Which, hey, this was a battle
Whoa,
cry from
wait. What?
Carol.
No, it's just the way you
I was just
said
wait.
it wasn't that cool.
It's
I,
time
I
for
want to
the
say it too.
Avengers to assemble. Come on.
It wasn't
Why you
that
got,
cool. You
Which
bro?
I
didn't say
want
it
to say
that
it
cool. I'm
too.
sorry.
Oh,
I
whatever.
want to say it too. But I was trying to hold
You
back
guys should
and
have
then
said it
we
at the
said it
same
anyway.
time.
Okay, okay.
No, I meant the way
And,
he said it. I want to say it wasn't cool either.
You just didn't
okay,
make it sound cool. You saying that didn't make me want to go immediately go pick up this book and read it.
okay, but no, you gotta read this for like the final stand the Avengers have. I mean, they give it everything they have. You have Thor here giving this Doomsday Kaiju all the power he can in this final strike. You have Black
And you
Panther
get to
coming
see the
in here.
ripples. You even see the ripples on like the monster's face when Thor hit it, going like throughout
Oh
his
yeah,
body. Like it's
oh
reverberating. It's
yeah.
very good. It's very brilliantly drawn.
It was drawn really well. And then you have Black Panther coming in. He's summoning all the powers he has from his tiger god. Which I was a little confused by this because the tiger here looks like the tiger that gives White Tiger her power. You know, that green
Thank you,
tiger?
Cryptid. I was gonna say that because that's why I thought it was.
Yeah.
I was very confused.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was like an artist error.
It's the literally the tiger. It's green and everything. They could have made it any color. It's literally just a
Yeah,
green giant tiger, which is the white
yeah.
tiger thing.
What the hell?
Okay, I guess T'Challa made a deal with the Tiger God because the Panther God was killed or whatever. But anyway, T'Challa he basically sacrifices himself for this final blow, right? To summon the Green Tiger to go up against the Doomsday Kaiju, right? And oh man, this is probably my well. You also have Iron Man. He's just sending every single contraption he has left on the world to go after him. You know,
Cryptid.
bombarding him with
If
drones
people
and
play the Marvel vs. Capcom games, I want to point out Iron Man is using a red version of the proton cannon from those games. He has two of them. It's very cool.
yeah, and a whole bunch of other contraptions too. And Captain America, cool, epic moment. His was my favorite. You have Wanda using a power for Hex, right? To place an enchantment on Cap. The enchantment that runs on patriotism.
I'm not.
Oh my god! Like every person that's left in the country basically spirit bombs their way into uniting against Cap to help Cap in his final blow. For Cap is not just a hero; he's a symbol that means something to the world, and that symbol is what Scarlet Witch is using to amplify Cap's power. Basically, it's almost like a Brave Bird move from Pokemon, you know? Cap just comes in fully charged, striking a blow to the Doomsday Kaiju. It is epic. It is surreal. It is
Hey,
America.
Krypton, remember
Yeah,
that picture I sent you of like Angel Captain America from Earth
uh,
X?
I forgot that image. Yeah,
Well,
what about it?
I want to give you some quick context of when you were describing that, what that reminded me of. So there is a universe out there. I can't remember the exact number, but it was created by Alex Ross back in the late '90s, early aughts. It's called Earth X with its other books called Universe X and Paradise X. And in Paradise X, Captain America is like this like angel being, and he's like basically naked besides like an American flag covering all of his junk and all that other stuff, and he's like all blue, and like he just brings some of the heroes to paradise or whatever the fuck. That's what that reminded me of.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah,
I'll send a
well, hey,
picture later when I find it again, but the Earth X universe is so weird.
yeah, it's definitely extreme in its own way.
Well, it is
But
by Alex Ross, so
yeah, but anyway, and of course, you have Carol who's coming in, full binary form, this and that. All of them, they ain't going down fighting. This is the moment where if anything needs to be avenged, it's the Earth. But unfortunately, this Doomsday Kaiju ends up knocking all of them out. Like you see the Panther God disappearing. You see
You mean the
Carol.
Tiger God?
Yeah, the Tiger God. Yeah. You see Carol. She's disintegrating. Thor's hammer is broken. What's left of Tony's armor is busted, and you see Captain America just lying on the ground, broken costume, knocked out. Like, oh damn! And this only leaves Scarlet Witch, and who? And this is where we find out who really is responsible for this. None other than Nightmare.
Why doesn't that not surprise me?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, Nightmare just
Why he
put like
attacking the bitches right now? He's a bitch.
you just can't get over Scarlet Witch, you know. But anyway, basically, this was like, there was no way the Avengers were winning. This whole dream sequence was rigged to, have them fail no matter what. So, but
You hear
one,
that, Jake? It was a dream. The moon was broken in a dream. It doesn't count. It's not real. They didn't do that stupid thing again.
And
Mhm.
dreams, the Earth should have been flooded by tides and stuff. All right, that's good.
And well, it is flooded.
Okay.
Because of the Atlanteans.
let's
No,
if it's any consolation, Jake, just treat the moon blowing up in Marvel as a bad dream, just like this issue made it out to be.
But was it actually blown up or was it part of the dream?
It was part of the dream.
Okay.
Oh, right here is a dream.
Yeah, it got sliced in half.
This is like Ruby logic here. Because about the
Okay. Okay, but anyway, we cut back to the Impossible City. The city that's now the home base, the living city that's now the home base of the Avengers, right? All the
Wait,
Avengers.
I kind of want you to see this panel because everyone just laid out sleep, and it's funny to me. It's
Wait,
so
did
always
you
Yeah.
send
standing up,
it? Okay,
and all
you
the
sent.
just literally sleep on the floor. No,
Yeah.
I sent
Let
the
me
other
look at
pictures. I'll
this
send this
real
one now.
quick.
Yeah, everybody's knocked out except for Wanda. She's struggling to keep awake, and there you have Vision in the background, barely able to keep conscious, but like he's there to be with Wanda, right? Like, dude, we're the only two that are left awake, and then that's when you have the Twilight Court appear in the background, coming here
There
to
you go. Which I
retrieve
posted.
Kane. Yep,
Cool. I got it.
and that's how the issue ends. Like, okay, I'm digging this arc already. I mean, that definitely was an epic moment. Like just seeing all the Avengers have their epic last stand. I mean, hey, if you want to go out as a superhero, that's the way you go out, man. Guns blazing. So
And for
yeah,
people who wondering, the reason they're not giving up Kang, who is a villain, as you all probably know by this point, even if you're just watching the movies, is because Kang warned Carol about something big happening, and then he passed out. But he passed out because these people here who just showed up is killing him. These are the people who are destined to kill Kang at the end of his
yeah,
timeline and in his life.
hmm yep.
So we can't let them kill Kang until at least find out what's going on.
Kind of reminds
Oh,
me of Thanos Imperative, where they're like, okay, Thanos will keep you alive to defeat Lord Marvel.
hmm
Yep.
I like that
Okay.
book.
Thanos had his time. It's time for the era of Kang in the comics. So yeah.
Yes.
All right then. Good issue. Definitely looking forward to the next. And yeah, that's it,
I
audience.
I think the
Uh,
Avengers run has been consistently good. I think
yeah.
it's better than at least the last three Avengers runs we had, except for like the side books, like Avengers No
hmm
Surrender and No Road Home. When I got the mainline Avengers book, this is probably the best one we had in a long time.
Yeah, man, it's just so refreshing to love Avengers again.
Yeah,
Tell
I
me,
just wish
tell me.
Marvel needs to advertise this book more, or it's not.
Yeah.
Avengers is going to sell because it's Avengers, but they should advertise this book more so people can see where
hmm
Avengers are now. Because this
Yeah.
really should be like the main thing. Like they should be pushing.
Yes, exactly. I mean, Jay McKay, dude, you're one of the rising stars at the moment. Keep up the momentum, man. I can't wait to see what other books you work on. I want you to stick with this book for a good long while. So yeah,
Yeah, at least give
No.
me 30 issues, bro. At least give me 30 issues.
Just
yeah.
30? Just 30.
No,
Which what do you
no,
want?
no, no. I'll give you the Immortal Hulk. Give me 50. Give me the Immortal Hulk style of 50,
Yeah.
where
Okay,
you
that's
tell your
okay.
Well,
That's
complete
what
I
I
story.
want
mean,
to hear.
And
That's what I want
um,
to hear,
yeah,
Austin.
which what do
but
you have against
it's
Jed
like as long as you
McKay?
tell your complete story, I'm fine with you.
I have nothing. I was just telling Austin, like, do you really want this to end at 30 issues or do you want us to keep going?
Hmm.
Which I'm at the point where I want it to be long, but I also want it to be good. So I just want him to get enough issues he need to tell his story, and
Hmm.
then
Fair enough.
leave if he feel like he don't have anything else to write.
Fair enough.
Yep.
We can work with
And
that.
Yeah,
and hey, I want my Sam Wilson content, all right? And I don't have a Sam Wilson book at the moment, so yeah.
yeah. I would like to see him move on to write Sam or just any one of these Avengers solo books after this, just to see what
Hmm.
he do. Because how he writes them here has been great. So seeing them on their own could probably do a lot for that
Yeah.
character. Because I think all the people in this book need
Um,
something like that. Iron Man
yeah.
books don't really do that good. We know
Um,
Captain Marvel books are iffy. I think the last one people like.
he
Uh,
I will
portrayed
never read a
Carol
Carol
really.
book if it has Marvel in it.
Oh no, he portrayed Carol really well in this run so far. You
this is my
know.
favorite Carol. Like going on
Hmm.
right now, this is probably my favorite Carol.
Hmm.
But like all
Gotcha.
these characters either don't have books or their books are good sometimes and bad the other times. I would like to see him work on something. I would like to see an Iron Man or Sam book after this stuff. Iron Man
Yeah.
needs it, and I would just like to see what he'll do with Sam going forward.
Hmm. That'll be cool. He wrote a moment with Sam in this run that I will hope they will make in the MCU. You know, that's how
Yeah,
great
the
of a
next
moment it
Avengers
was.
movie, have Scarlet Witch or Doctor Strange buff this man and absorb the hope and patriotism of the country to hit Kang in the chest. All right, that's what I want
Yeah.
to see. Let it happen.
Give a whole new meaning to this charging star. You know. uh, alrighty, audience. With that, I mean that's it really for tonight.
Socials time?
Go for it, man.
Hello, I am back with the socials. And yes, I said it
Yeah.
like that. Shut up, let me live. Anyways, subscribe to the YouTube, or I'm sending cryptid after you this time because I said so.
Uh,
And if you want, turn on the bell because that'll help. I don't care if you really like or dislike the video, but any engagement is good. Follow the Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69. It's with a PH, by the way, not an F. A lot of people got confused, but it's fine. But that's where most of the updates go.
It will
That's
be.
where you'll find out all the new guests and everything and all that jazz. If you want to see the art in better and some of the lovely edited covers that you see right now, you can go on the Instagram. We do post things sometimes on there. Yeah. If you want to follow me personally, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You get the gist. If you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, it's gonna be witch_of_ Jotunheim. I just posted a poll on my story on TikTok, so please go vote on that. And don't try to find the others, but if you want to try to find Austin, you know where to look. Freaking, I don't know where Jake is at the moment. Probably in a bottle of ibuprofen somewhere. And Cryptid,
Jake
something with
is near
America
me.
related. I
Okay,
don't know.
yeah.
I am in every brick wall. Okay, Jake is somewhere near me. There's some pill randomly dropped on the ground near a brick wall, and that's what Jake is.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that if you can find Jake, you can find Austin. No worries. Good luck finding me. I'm in the void right now.
But alright then, audience. With that, that's another Fanatic live for you guys. All right. Bye.